you ready? Sir, you ready? Fight!
Trying to make a run in the shark-infested lightweight waters. Pettis is in black, Poirier is in gray. As we mentioned, Poirier out of the southpaw stance, Pettis orthodox.
Already Poirier pressing forward. Knew that was going to be part of the strategy. Try to make Anthony get on his heels. Because when he can set and use those kicks is when he's most dangerous. So Dustin really trying to stay in his face, throw big hooks, big punches, not let Anthony set on. For Anthony, that's what he wants to do, is get that distance, stay calm, use those kicks. We're seeing both guys really try to implement their game plan early on, moving their feet for Anthony, and Dustin trying to close that distance.
Poirier more than comfortable wherever this fight goes, but he says in terms of the preparation for Pettis, who throws a flying knee there, everything he does is unorthodox, right? The grappling and striking, hard guy, I would think, to simulate in training.
Yeah, he's one of those guys. You can train your best for it, but until you're in there with him, you've not seen anything like him. But Dustin doing a great job pressing forward. He gets this double leg. This is one of the things that I talked about in the keys to victory. He's going to have to close that distance. This is his best chance to get takedowns here, is up against the fence.
Duke Roufus talked a lot about Pettis' improved wrestling under Izzy Martinez. No doubt about it, he's closed that gap, but a good sign for Poirier to get this takedown early.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where he wants to do. You want to wear out the legs of Anthony, you know, try to take away some of those Showtime kicks. For Anthony, he's just got to stay calm here, listen to his wrestling coach, not panic. It's a 5-round fight here, John. So he's got time, so you got a takedown early. You know, Poirier's got to try to get better position and make it, you know, get some ground and pound as well here. He doesn't want to just hold him.
Don't miss a complete recap of all the action in Norfolk on our FS1 UFC Fight Night post-fight show immediately following this main event right here on FS1, or stream it live on Fox Sports Go.
Anthony trying to work a guillotine here, but Poirier seems to be savvy to it, trying to pass to the side there. Got a control on that left foot of Anthony. He's looking for a Kimura. Now, if anything, Anthony's going to try to use this to at least get some separation and maybe look for a sweep. Dustin doing a good job. He's got his hand on his belt there.
Toe out of the cage, toe out of the cage.
Staying calm. Anthony lets it go. Anthony slick off his back, but with his head pressed up against the fence here, Dustin on top. It's going to be a little harder to look for submissions there.
Poirier posturing up and landing some effective ground and pound here.
Anthony kicks off. Poirier looking for some big ground and pound. Nice sweep there by Pettis. And Poirier looking for an ankle. Anthony kicks out. Dustin doing a good job. Back up to his feet. That knee is legal right now.
Right.
Not now. And here's the game we're trying to, you know, get out of this system here. Ooh, big knee there by Poirier, an elbow.
Poirier just misses on the uppercut. Pettis goes with the lead elbow. Under 2 minutes here to go, round one of a possible 5.
Yeah, that was a nice sweep by Anthony, but Dustin does a good job. Oh, nice knee there by both guys. Man, both guys landing back and forth here.
That straight right hand of Pettis landed a couple times in that exchange. Ooh, and there it is again.
Just missed with that right hand. Poirier says nothing with it. Looking for the takedown again. Shucked off nicely there by Anthony. Clinched up here right in front of us. Ooh, almost lands that knee. Anthony hung his head a little low there, and Dustin took full advantage of that.
A lot of energy expended on both sides through 4 minutes. Pettis goes high. Looked like Poirier might have wobbled him there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. We'd have to look at the replay there. Yeah, he hit him with something. His eye is marked up there, John. Nice right hand.
Poirier with the early advantage in terms of these significant strikes landed. Nice combination there. Big right from the diamond. And a spinning attack from Pettis.
They're brawling. This is what Poirier wants. This is where he wants him. This is where he's going to land these big punches. Anthony's in a little bit of trouble.
Poirier finding the range now. Late in round one.
Big punches here by Poirier. turned it on strong there. Got some of it into the second round.
Here we go, round 2. Pettis is in black, Poirier is in gray. You heard your coaches, Duke Roufus, Scott Cushman in the corner of Anthony Pettis. What kind of adjustments are they looking to make here?
Yeah, they're telling him, don't look for the knockout. Don't look for that one big shot. Got to pitter-pat, boom, boom, boom. Land your combos. Trust the combinations is what they told him. Poirier, they're telling him, don't open up. Don't swing so wide. You're landing. You don't need to get reckless.
Another early shot here in round 2 from Poirier. Let's see if he can complete it.
Yeah, he's in there deep. He's got his hands locked. He's just taking his time here. I think he's going to get it. Anthony looking for the switch.
Too easy.
Yeah, he had that lock the whole time. Anthony trying to climb up for a triangle here, but Poirier doing a great job pressing him up against the fence.
So a couple early takedowns in this one for Dustin Poirier.
He's locking up this triangle. It's over the shoulder, John, but there's little space here. And Dustin does a great job exploding out of there. Anthony, though, keeping active off his back. Dustin doing a good job. He's got the arm there. He gets out of it.
Both guys with a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, good job there by Poirier. Landing big elbows now, too. Yep. Some more blood really pouring out of Anthony's face right now.
And that slicing elbow, I think, really got Pettis' attention, opened him up, and now he gives up the back. Oh, Pettis with a mask of blood now, Paul.
He can't see.
Just over 3 minutes here to go in the round.
Oh, it's pouring, John.
Poirier's got the body lock. He has Pettis' back. And he has plenty of time with which to work here in round 2.
Yeah, I mean, that elbow split Anthony's eyebrow open, and that is not a good spot to have a cut right now. It is pouring into his vision. He can't see. You see him wincing, trying to clear his eyes, but he can't really clear them himself. Wow, that is Anthony's trademark move. He always ends up spinning in your guard, man. How he does it with all that blood, it probably made it easier. Hopefully, it's not such a bad cut that this fight can't continue the way it's going right now.
And now Pettis with some elbows of his own.
Landed some elbows. Wow, what a main event so far. These guys are laying it out there, man. They are sharing some DNA right now, boy.
Another big elbow for Pettis and another one for good measure.
Wow.
He is donating pints, though, at this point.
Oh, my God, yeah, this is not good only in the second round. Pettis has got to have a sense of urgency here in this fight.
Back and forth we go.
This crowd is going nuts.
How much does this blood affect the submission game?
Yeah, majorly. Now it's going to be a lot easier to slide out. See this triangle? No way. I mean, it's like a grease pit in there right now.
Yeah.
Sweat is one thing, but when you're sweating and bleeding, you might as well have baby oil everywhere.
Pettis,
wow, what scrambles from these guys, man.
Poirier crawls back to his feet, trying to use
Now watch for Anthony to do something a little crazy here with these kicks. This is where he'll do something. Wow, beautiful takedown. Trying to get the back, but Poirier keeps slipping off. He's doing a good job. Wow, another reversal.
And now Poirier back inside.
And Anthony's basically fighting blind at this point, to be completely honest. He's fighting blind. This is all off just feel. Look at him, he can't see anything.
Yeah, and Keith Peterson is gonna step in here. Puddles of blood in the eyes of Anthony Pettis. He'll bring in the ringside physician here.
Hopefully they just clear his vision and let him keep fighting. It doesn't look, I can't tell.
It's all in his eyes. White towel, the bigger white towel. Bigger white towel.
Wow, right on the edge of the eyebrow. I think they're just gonna clear the eyes.
Use both of them.
And then I would assume Poirier will regain the top
Yeah,
position.
they're gonna put him in the guard, I would imagine. Poirier's shorts wear white when he came in here.
Right over here, right?
Well, and you know Dustin Poirier is auctioning off his fight gear for charity. That's quite the souvenir there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, look at those shorts. They're just...
Price just went up.
I don't know what color they are now. There's a little bit of white left at the very top. It's not a... It's deep, but it's not huge yet. Do you know what I mean? It's not the length of his eyebrow yet, but it's definitely a deep cut.
You've got some experience.
Yeah, unfortunately. And it looks like he's cut up here as well. Yeah. He's got like 3 cuts on his head right now. They're gonna let him fight.
And Paul Felder approves. All right. So Pettis will have to resume the position off of his back.
Pettis trying to get close to the cage. Can't blame him for trying.
So the action resumes here, less than a minute to go in the round.
Yeah, Anthony's just got to, for the sake of his fight here, he's got to avoid elbows right now.
Yeah.
And Poirier, he's got to go after him. He keeps locking up this triangle, but it's so slippery, Poirier's just sliding his arm right out. I mean, look at Anthony, he's got it again. That's tighter. That's tight. That's a tight choke. That's tight, John. Oh, he slips out. Holy crap.
Poirier stays composed, perhaps aided by the blood. Final seconds of round 2.
Anthony's got to get out of here. He's got his arm trapped. Poirier's got his arm trapped. Great job, ground and pound here from Dustin. Wow, what a round.
Incredible action here in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Showtime loves it. Potentially 15 more to go. 3rd round here. Pettis is in black, Poirier is in the gray, laced with red now. Some tape on that glove of Pettis that needs to be trimmed.
Yeah, it's some gauze hanging out. I'd like to see Anthony use some kicks. And there he goes, zone Q. Nice jab from Poirier.
Tried to follow it up with an uppercut, just missed, and another early shot right around that 30-second mark from Poirier.
And again, he's got his hands locked up here. He's got the Kimura. He's going to use it at least to try to get up to his feet. Poirier doing a good job changing the angle. Dustin trying to step over that leg so he doesn't get triangled again. Wants to keep his head above Anthony's here. See how he did that? He's staying above him. At least he's avoiding the submission threat. Dustin can knee here. Anthony spins through. Not a good move there. Dustin follows him, takes the back, got a body triangle. This is a bad spot.
Poirier's had that body triangle before. Let's see what he can do with it here. Pettis just with an uncanny ability to find his way out of these compromising situations.
Yeah, he's fighting the hands. He's trying to get that body triangle off, too. He's got to be careful leaving his neck exposed.
Get the whole girl, get the hand out, go. Keep working. He's got the whole girl.
Mike Brown, Thiago Alves.
You can punch. You can punch there. You can punch.
Looking to try to wrap around the neck. Just can't quite get it.
Wrist right.
Grabbing the jaw. Trying to make it uncomfortable for Anthony. Anthony trying to do a spin through, but control here from Dustin. Stays on top, gets mount. Not
impressive.
What happened?
That's the end of the fight. Not sure if it was a tap from Anthony Pettis. Showtime Pettis did tap, so Dustin Poirier gets the finish he sought here tonight. And he comes right over and is barking to the matchmakers, Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard. He said he wants the Eddie Alvarez Justin Gaethje winner, and he wants $50,000 for that. We'll try to get a replay for you. You know, when Pettis submitted Benson Henderson, an entire arena was stunned. They didn't realize what had happened. Quick tap here tonight. Let's get to the move of the fight. Brought to you by Metro PCS, bringing you closer than ever to the UFC, putting knockout coverage in your hands by covering 99% of people in the U.S.
He's got this body lock. I'm guessing something happened to his ribs. He's twisted up here pretty good, trying to spin through. It's right there. Something happens. Something happens. Yeah, something happened to his rib.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah, we see again, as Anthony's trying to turn through, something, maybe some cartilage popped in between his ribs. Or whatever it was. He couldn't do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Keith Peterson has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 8 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by TKO, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
For this interim middleweight title fight tonight, Robert Whitaker with the nation on his shoulders, trying to come through. He is in the blue trunks. Yoel Romero in red. The fight clock is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Romero out of the southpaw stance. Whitaker, the orthodox fighter.
Romero does a lot of weird stuff. He lulls you into a false sense of security with slow motion sometimes. And you're seeing it here. Just kind of feels you out, sees where you are. But when he explodes, it's shocking.
So unpredictable. A lot of guys underestimate the punching power of Whitaker. You know, a lot of his punches are short and they're crisp, but man, as he's shown time and time again, he lays people out with them.
Whitaker less than 3 months removed. Little slip there for Robert. Less than 3 months removed from that win over Jacare de Souza that set up this championship opportunity tonight.
Whitaker back in the center of the octagon. This is really where he wanted to be. Dictate the pace and the space of this fight with his striking, and wanted to be in the center of the octagon to do that.
Whitaker really wasn't concerned about 5 rounds tonight. Looked like Romero landed a kick to the body.
Nice timing though on the jab by Whitaker as well.
Whitaker's closing in very quickly. Beautiful jab there by Whitaker. The way he's closing the distance is very quick.
And he uses his legs to really snap in and hit you. It's not just an arm punch, it's a full body.
Hook kick.
And Whitaker nearly made him pay with a counter right shot here from Romero. Whitaker goes down.
We see a lot of times Romero, when he takes guys down, he sacrifices top position because he just postures up and throws bombs. Here he tried to keep on, but that's a big mental win for Robert Whitaker, escaping that easily. That's a loss in my eyes for Romero, who used a lot of energy to execute that takedown and really didn't get much out of it.
Tried a flying knee. Look at this. Wow. Whitaker with a takedown defense. Sensational.
Excellent hips there, somehow getting his legs back under him. But if you're in the corner of Whitaker, this is what you want. Get this guy to expend as much energy in round 1 as you can. And then look for him to fade later. They really do believe that Romero will slow down if this fight gets into the 4th and 5th round.
Whitaker's takedown defense north of 91% coming in. Less than 2 minutes now to go round 1. Whitaker wasn't too concerned about 5 rounds versus 3 tonight. He feels like the gas tank is really dependent upon who dictates the fight.
Nice work reaching across the head, getting his back off the fence.
I may be wrong, but I'm looking at Robert Whitaker's right leg, and I think he might have injured it in one of those scrambles. There's something about the way he's moving that just seems a little off.
It looks like the top of his foot has a cut on it. It's very easy to break those bones on the foot. You kick someone in the knee or catch their elbow on a front kick.
I mean, it might just be the odd way that he moves, but I'm seeing this occasional straightening of his leg, where his leg locks, which just looks odd to me.
Nice front kick there, though, with that leg.
Whitaker feints. Under a minute here to go, round one. Nice job by Whitaker to use the whizzer and get back to his feet. 20 seconds here in round one.
Amazing takedown defense by Whitaker. Amazing.
Not an easy round to score, though.
Ooh. Powerful inside leg kick.
Ooh, just flicked him.
Good sign there that Whitaker was able to throw that right just out of range with a massive right hand.
This is the very beginning of the first round.
That's a hard oblique kick, and look, when you're a guy who really depends on movement and being light on your feet, big injury for Whitaker to sustain. Looks like he's fighting through it.
Yeah, that is the lead leg, and you can see now, hard for him to put pressure on it.
I'll tell you what, though, look, there's already some bruising on the inside of the left knee.
Yeah, that was from an inside leg kick that Romero landed towards the end of the round.
Yep.
But Whitaker's having a real hard time pushing off that. But he's just throwing it anyway.
He's said in the past, no better place to break my hand than the octagon.
He's getting it out of the way really quick now.
Look at the way he stepped there. It was very awkward.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like Romero realizes it yet, though.
I don't know how his corner isn't seeing it.
Been a lot of those collisions as both men try to advance.
Looked like Whitaker ate a knee to the chest, though. And beautiful level change from Romero. Let's see if he can get some top time here, though. Staying heavy. And there, look, Whitaker had an opportunity to lift with butterfly guard there, and if his left knee is hurt, he couldn't do it, and he immediately left butterfly guard to close his guard. Not something I would do if I wanted to get Romero off of me, but if your knee is trashed, like he said, man, you're gonna have a hard time lifting.
Yeah, and if his knee is trashed, it's gonna be very hard to keep weight on it as he's trying to get back up to his feet and use it in awkward angles. He might just try to hold on here for Big John to stand him back up.
Yep.
And it seems like that's what he's doing here.
To this point, Romero staying active enough, under 3 minutes here in round two.
Yeah, I can see Big John send him up those shortly. And the big thing, too, though, is we've seen some vicious ground and pound from Romero in the past. He's avoiding a lot of that as well. Now Romero's up.
Romero tries to pass, unable to do so.
Robert Whitaker looking for the sweep, but Romero takes his back.
Get ready for Suplex City possibly here. Nice job by Whitaker to lower his base and get himself to the fence. Really nicely done.
Yoel still with control of the body. And lands a knee now, tries to kick the legs out from underneath Whitaker, not happening. Two minutes to go, round two.
Better pacing by Romero in this round. He exploded a lot in round one. The one takedown here, but even though he's controlling the clinch, not overexerting himself here in these positions and wasting energy.
Beautiful trip. But Whitaker back up to his feet, turning into Romero.
Hey, what though, that'll sap a lot of energy from your legs, constantly having to stand back up out of that tight waist and rotate through and pummel.
Whitaker landing that right knee.
Whitaker just allowing too much fence control time here. Dig that left arm in, try and get double underhooks and get out of this position. Or reach around the head like he did in round one.
So John McCarthy not seeing enough action. Back to the center, less than a minute to go here in this second round of a possible 5. Romero 2 for 5 on his takedown attempts thus far.
You see him, he tried to hide the wobble with that punch.
Whitaker showing off a pretty good chin there after a big right hand from Romero. So Whitaker seemingly fighting through injury here in this UFC interim middleweight title fight.
Romero just doesn't want to give him any space.
He also doesn't want to waste too much energy himself. Clearly pacing himself. And he gets the takedown at the very end of the round.
Get up.
The question is, how bad is the injury? How much of it is pain, and how much of it is instability? There's a big difference. He can get through pain.
Feinting nicely there, and has to put weight on that knee to do so. But I've been really impressed with Romero and some of the fight IQ we've seen from him. We've seen lack of focus before in previous fights. His fight against Derek Brunson, fight against Hani Marks, Tim Kennedy. He's had these lapses of focus where he's gotten caught, where he's got taken down. Here, though, late takedowns in each round, could very well be up 2 rounds to none right now, and hasn't overexerted himself.
Yeah, it looks very fresh.
Go over there.
They're gonna clip the tape
Get up here.
off of Romero's glove.
Give me that real quick. Cut that.
Whitaker does
Get right
keep
back
going to
there.
that push kick, but at least to this point in the
Flip the
round,
gate.
he has been unable to land.
Fight.
The last round, he followed up that push kick with a nice hook and did land. That's one of his better combinations. But yeah, we have not seen Whitaker let his hands go like we're accustomed to seeing with those quick, fast, accurate combinations.
I'm shocked that he's throwing so many kicks. If his knee really is trashed. But it may just be a pain thing and not a stability thing, in which case it makes sense.
He's definitely gotten away from his jab, which is an excellent strike for him. He sets up his follow-on harder punches. Landed it nicely in round 1.
He's put a lot of pressure on Romero here.
Oh!
He clipped him.
Big left hand lands for Whitaker. See if he can follow it up here. So a strong first 90 seconds to round 3 for Robert Whitaker.
He's got a nice job cutting him off, too, keeping Romero's back towards the fence. Keep an eye if Romero starts to try and laterally move and escape these combinations. Remember what Whitaker did to Jacare. Followed up a right hand with that right high kick, catching you circling away.
As we mentioned off the top, this has been a huge round for Romero in his UFC career. Of course, all of those previous fights were only scheduled for 3, scheduled for 5 here tonight with the UFC middleweight belt on the line.
Exactly right. Finished Derek Brunson, 3rd round. Machida, 3rd round. Chris Weidman, 3rd round.
Tim Kennedy, 5 of 6 UFC KOs, round 3. Oh.
Boy, and there's that nice right high kick.
Distance strike starting to pile up for Bob Whitaker. Less than 2.5 here to go, round 3. So not much in terms of output from Romero through the left hand there. Whitaker counters. Perhaps Romero starting to fade a little bit.
Yeah, I believe so. And he's looking to just explode with one big bomb and conserve himself in between.
Boy, that was excellent feint. Double feinting there as he closed the distance and really drew out a bad shot from Romero there.
He's still able to move well, despite whatever's going on with his knee. He's able to close the distance well, explode forward, stuff takedowns. He's obviously got some sort of an issue, but he's making up for it.
And Romero's not even throwing strikes, not jabbing, not kicking. Oh, beautiful work there from Robert Whitaker.
You can almost feel Whitaker's confidence rising here as we approach the final minute of this 3rd round.
Whitaker does an excellent job of same side attacks. A lot of people, if you punch with the right hand or kick with the right foot, they expect you to follow up with the opposite hand or leg. Whitaker using nice right punch, right knee, right punch, right high kick. A little unorthodox, catches guys off guard.
Looked like that right hand landed partially. Robert Whitaker came in with the best strike differential
regardless.
in UFC middleweight history.
Romero's not throwing anything.
Yeah, as fast as Robert Whitaker is, it is very evident that Romero's trying to conserve himself. Good left hand to the body there.
Yoel Romero has never seen a fourth round in his mixed martial arts career. He is 10 seconds away from doing just that.
I honestly can't remember the last time he threw a punch. I mean, it may have been the first 90 seconds of the round.
Nice to the left hand right at the end. Romero takes a big, deep breath as he goes back.
Whitaker so highly focused on his cardio and his fitness. No denying he's the fresher fighter here as we hit these championship rounds. Round 4 underway.
He's using a lot of push kicks, creating distance, and as Brian was saying, he tries to go right behind that with a punch.
Whitaker moving a lot better here in round 4 than he was in round 2. Lands the kick to the body there. That got Romero's attention.
Very smart to attack the body right now.
Beautiful scrambles here. Whitaker up to his feet, trying to hit the switch. Can't make it, gets up to the cage.
Really smart, he almost sprinted towards that fence.
Yeah. There's a lot of energy here being expended by both guys. But if Romero can't get the takedown or can't get any damage to Whitaker, he's landed some good knees here. But this is going to be interesting to see how he fares in the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds of the round.
This is where he had success in round 2, where he basically just held on to Robert as much as he could. Even if he couldn't take him down, he's going to stay here as much as he can and just rest. And land a few knees trying to win the round.
Robert pummels under. He's up. He's up and he's free and he lands a nice knee to the body.
Outstanding job by Whitaker to get back to his feet. Just over 3 minutes here, round 4. No one talks about Whitaker's grappling. We talk about his takedown defense. Here's a guy, he actively competes in jiu-jitsu. Ooh, you saw something there.
I'll tell you what, he's extremely well prepared for this fight, just like he was against Jacare. For Jacare's exact style of takedowns, he seems very well prepared to break the hold and pummel and avoid some of these takedowns and just the clinch from Romero in general.
Romero's looking at his legs. He's looking at his legs, and remember that flying knee of Romero. It's one of his big weapons. And if he thinks that Whitaker's having a hard time getting out of the way of things.
Big deep breath from Robert Whitaker as we hit the midpoint of round 4. Romero 8-0 in the UFC coming in. Whitaker has won his last 7. Something's got to give here tonight.
There's the knee.
Yep.
It's just harder to time those techniques on Whitaker because he moves well, light on his feet, feints a lot.
Yeah, even with that damaged leg, he's still able to cover distance well. Oh, we caught him with the left.
So Whitaker follows up the body kick with left hand. Beautiful push.
Kick to the body.
And look how smart he is, right? Some guys will get over aggressive here, try and throw a 2 or 3 punch combo in the pocket, but he immediately gets back out to his range, understanding just how explosive the athlete is he's facing.
Ooh, man, just whipped with that left uppercut.
It was open though. Let's see if he goes back to it.
Romero's doing very little in terms of striking in this round.
Well, there's the significant strike picture, Joe.
He caught him with that right hand.
Has landed only 21 with just 6 minutes to go.
Beautiful takedown defense.
And that's huge because Romero needs another takedown to try and win this round. He controlled the beginning of it.
Not sure if he dropped Romero there, but he stunned him with a right. Jabs Romero while Yoel.
Caught him with that left.
Man, beautiful left hand.
Oh, he rocked him.
Quick check on the clock by Whitaker. It reads 34 seconds.
Very little behind that kick. You can see how labored it was.
And he's failing miserably.
Stuffed the shot and landed a beautiful knee.
Look how sloppy that attempt is. He's exhausted.
Whitaker mixing up his strikes beautifully here down the stretch in round 4.
And he is just so intelligent in his approach. Never gets greedy.
Wow. Not much in terms of technical advice, at least when we listen into the corner of Yoel Romero. 5th and final round of this UFC Interim Middleweight Championship fight. There's a land for Yoel Romero.
Good jab by Whitaker right there. He's catching him coming in because Romero's telegraphing things, getting sloppy with his movements.
And Whitaker's faster. The hand speed difference is very evident here in round 5.
Romero able to duck underneath that.
Beautiful knee.
Faked the right hand, came up the middle of the ring.
Oh, he tagged him. He's hurt.
Whitaker now circling out of harm's way. Oh, big left for Romero. You can feel the tension here inside the T-Mobile Arena.
Boy, Whitaker still has to be smart here. He cannot get greedy. Stay on the outside, get in and get out.
Big, deep breaths for Yoel Romero. He tagged him again with that right hand. He's got a cut over his right eye, excuse me, his left eye.
Romero's pushing here, though. He knows he's got to win here, man. He's throwing some heavy strikes now.
He is so tired. Good front kick to the body.
Smart.
Whitaker able to get the guard up to block that head kick. 3.5 minutes now to go.
Whitaker's tired as well. You can see it. A lot of good feints by Whitaker.
Yeah, and these punches are just getting slower and slower for Romero.
Good front kick again.
I love the body work from Whitaker right now. If I'm in his corner, I'm screaming, attack the body.
Again. Oh! That front kick to the body's money. Boy, both of these men exhausted.
Romero has been cut twice in this round, once courtesy of a knee.
This really is who wants it most. These guys are beat down.
It is all that clinch work. Rounds 1 and 2, there was a lot of clinching, a lot of digging for underhooks. Man, that is so fatiguing. And these guys actually accepted this on 6 weeks' notice. Vice, the typical 2 months you get to prepare for a fight.
And Whitaker less than 3 months removed from the win over Jacare de Souza, again attacking with that kick to the body. These will be a long 2+ minutes.
He just peeked at the clock as well.
Romero on the counter. Once again, Whitaker gets that right hand up. He circles away from that power left of the soldier of God, Yoel Romero.
Boy, and there's no head movement. I mean, Romero right now is an easy target to find. It's just key for Whitaker.
Romero takes a shot so well, though. I mean, he's got an iron chin. The only guy who ever really stunned him in the octagon is Tim Kennedy. Look at this.
Huge.
Whitaker on top.
For Whitaker. You just don't know if Romero has the energy to get back to his feet at this point.
This could be it right here. If he can keep him down here, and for Romero, it's imperative that he just, whatever he's got in him, he's got to explode and get back up to his feet or try to reverse the position.
And he's not even picking his feet up off the mat at this point.
Less than a minute to go. You can be sure Whitaker's going to try to stay active here. Elbows to the body. Total strike picture there, round by round. A big fifth thus far for Robert Whitaker.
And zero attempt from Romero to get back to his feet right now.
Well, and if Whitaker could close the round here on the ground, it could be huge for him in what has been a closely contested championship fight.
Look at this, stepping over, full mount, lost it, half guard.
Oh! Big elbows! One of those opened up a nasty cut.
All these to the back of the head, that's why Big John ripped his hand away.
Nasty elbows by Whitaker. Romero trying to get to full guard, can't make it. Trying to get back up to his feet.
Outstanding groundwork from Whitaker down the stretch. Stand and cheer, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Whitaker and Yoel Romero go the distance in this UFC Interim Middleweight Championship fight tonight in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Both fighters seem to think they have done enough.
What do you think, Bryce Dan?
You know, I feel like Robert Whitaker did enough to win the last 3 rounds. Thought he dropped the first 2, but you know, you just never know. Just like the co-main event.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I would like to see the better scoring system in place for these championship fights. But I agree with you. I think Whitaker did enough in the last 3 rounds, and clearly, Yoel Romero conserving his energy.
Let's get to the fight replay, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
And this is that front leg side kick. And there's the hook kick. There's a takedown by Romero. Front kick to the body by Whitaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest 48-47 for the winner by unanimous decision and new interim UFC middleweight champion of the world, Robert the Reaper Whitaker.
Chief rival, the reigning champ, Daniel Cormier. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by HSS, the world leader in orthopedics. Jon Jones in white getting off early here. Cormier in the black with gold.
Cormier checking the kicks very well right off the bat. See if he catches it, can create wrestling from the catching those kicks at all.
Oh, big, looked like he knocked the mouthpiece out.
He did.
Huge uppercut.
Big John picked it up. Spinning back kick to the body by John. Jones is fighting without a mouthpiece right now. Big John looks for an opportunity to give it back to him. Takedown for Jon Jones.
Not quite, no
right
control.
Back up to his feet.
There's no control from that takedown. Cormier was able to flip him right up. They'll still probably call it a takedown though, the judges anyways.
Nice left hand over the top.
Southpaw stance from Jones. Watch the left high kick coming. See, Jones is eating the inside kick coming over the top of the Superman punch.
Small cut underneath the left eye of Daniel Cormier. You can't help but notice the obvious size discrepancy.
Jones just so long, he reaches so far. Spectre Gadget, arms and legs.
Well, and he's a guy who will have length over most heavyweights if indeed he chooses to move up one day.
Cormier needs to keep the pressure, stay in the chin of Jones so he can't use his length so well. See the pressure from DC like he should be. The feints are gonna do huge dividends, pay huge dividends for Jones if he keeps those fakes going on DC.
John loves those oblique kicks to the thighs that hyperextend your knees.
Jones shucks Cormier off there. DC 13-0 as a heavyweight before moving down to 205 pounds. He's never been finished in mixed martial arts.
Remember this, the height of Jones makes underhooks from DC not as effective. He has to jack Jon Jones up in order for an underhook to work.
Nice,
and he's not able
body
to.
There.
And those are the knees we saw Jones land on DC early to take the rounds 4 and 5 out of DC's gas tank. Let's see if he can do it again.
DC felt like the Jon Jones that fought Ovince St. Preux looked rusty, he looked nervous, he looked hesitant to pull the trigger, and he's hoping that that Jon Jones is who he's facing here tonight.
Some have suggested, Dan Hardy included, that maybe Jon Jones didn't want to reveal too much. Daniel Cormier was sitting in these seats doing commentary for that fight.
Oh, I doubt that. Yeah. He would love to look spectacular. That doesn't make any sense at all. And it's not taking anything away from Ovince St. Preux, who's an excellent fighter. He's a difficult guy, and he's a guy that Jon took on short notice, so it wasn't a fighter that he was preparing for.
Right.
Big thing I noticed, look how calm DC is right now. He knows the strikes are coming, but he's seeing what's coming at him, so he's making reads right now calm.
He's very different than the first time they fought. Not emotional, methodical.
Yep.
You see it in his eyes. He's right here.
Yep.
He's getting clipped every here and there, just like every other fight, though. I mean, both these guys are getting hit.
Nobody takes a shot better than DC.
Oh, no doubt about it.
The only guy that's been able to absorb the bombs from Rumble.
And heavyweights prior to Rumble Johnson.
Very good point.
Less than 2 minutes here to go, round 1. So you've got to say, pretty good start here for Cormier, the betting underdog here tonight.
We'll see for Jones, he grabs your hands, and comes over with an elbow. His elbows are like a right hand or a jab.
Yeah, he used that very well against Rashad.
But then when he gets you to start grabbing his hands, that's when he comes down the middle with punches. So he just mixes it up so well.
That was an outstanding leg kick by Cormier, and Jon just checked the second one. Oh, he caught him with a left hook.
I like that DC's going to the body of Jones. I think that's the best plan you can have. Rip the body of Jones and go to the head later on in the rounds.
DC looks so much more composed in this fight. So much more relaxed. And you got to think, this is a guy who's fought Rumble twice and Gustafsson since their fight. 5 hard rounds with Gustafsson. And we saw how fantastic Gustafsson looked against Glover Teixeira in his last fight.
Agreed. And DC's seeing everything is what I'm not seeing.
He caught him.
Big punches landed by DC. And he's hanging on the head of Jones, looking for uppercuts, knees. There they are. There's the uppercut he likes.
Less than 30 seconds here to go in the round. Jones touching DC.
Right hand over the top.
DC, combination, starting with a kick, ending with a kick, finish mixing punches in between. I mean, it's a different Daniel Cormier right now with his combinations in this first round.
And he's talking trash.
He is talking now.
He's feeling it.
Well, Jones outlanded. Jones is in white. Daniel Cormier in the black trunks with gold trim.
Nice left hook to the body, partially blocked. Nice knee to the body by Jon.
Jones finds a home for that right hand over the top.
DC's landed several of those right leg kicks. And there's another one. And Jon switching stances, perhaps because of it.
Cormier closes the distance, rips the body, doing a pretty good job getting inside of that reach of Jon Jones.
We saw the momentum towards the end of the first round go towards Daniel Cormier.
I think DC said there was a headbutt possibly. I think that's what I heard. Yeah, it was a headbutt. It was a headbutt when DC went to scoop up that lead leg of Jones. They clashed heads.
Right there, clear.
Unintentional clash ahead. Good, thank you.
And Jones is so long, his legs just catch him up and hold him up. I mean, that's a takedown on almost anybody else by Cormier, but Jones with his balance and his length.
All right, we resume the second round here, 1 minute in. Jones choosing to work the body here. He's done so to great effect in the early going.
He's so effective with that stomp to the thigh. And it's such a tricky technique. Beautiful left hook and a right hand over the top by DC.
And now we're seeing DC use the same strategy Jones uses. He grabs the hands and then starts throwing combinations once he gets Jones to reach.
A couple nice inside leg kicks there for Johnny Bones. Now DC returns fire.
That one he caught, though, on the shin.
It's the pressure of DC that's going to make the biggest difference. Can he keep this type of pace and this type of pressure for all 5 rounds? We saw him do it for 3 last time.
Well, you got to think that there's a lot going on in that first fight as well with emotions.
Cormier shakes off the groin strike there. Under 3 minutes here to go in the round.
Those teep kicks to the knees of Cormier just really disrupt the punch count of DC. It keeps the pressure from happening, keeps DC from being able to keep his feet underneath them when he throws punches.
Nice rip to the body by John.
DC starting to chase John a little bit more instead of head him off. There we go, now we see him head him off. That's what DC's got to do, is not get caught up chasing Jones, following him, but head him off. Another big right hand,
shot.
Double left hook right hand by DC.
Looked like it landed right behind the ear. Now Jones.
DC saying you're missing.
Oh, beautiful 2 shots. Left hook and a right uppercut.
Big uppercuts. Now DC's getting him coming in. Breaking his posture. Got Jones grabbing for a clinch and he's hitting him.
Jones with a high kick.
DC just oozing confidence here.
This is absolutely a different Daniel Cormier than their first fight.
Fighting Gustafsson helped him a ton. You gotta believe that. A longer, lankier striker. And that's paid dividends in this matchup with Jones as well. He's had experience while Jones was out, and he's made the best of it.
Beautiful trip by Daniel, but he wound up on the bottom. Nice knee to the body.
I mean, that trip was beautiful, and the recovery from Jones was beautiful. I mean, these guys are just awesome
these are easily the 2 best light heavyweights of all time.
In wrestling, they move like 125ers. I mean, they just have the right movements. They know where everything's at.
Body strikes. Jones doubling up on Daniel Cormier thus far. 1 minute now to go in round 2.
And the biggest difference is look how comfortable DC is underhooking, clinching with Jones. Nobody feels that comfortable, but DC with his Greco background, he's comfortable. He's smiling in the clinch with Jones. He loves it. That's where he wants to be.
DC has been hyper-focused on this rematch since the first meeting 2.5 years ago. Took care of his business while John Jones was not competing. Nice 1-2 there from Cormier. So DC continues to be the advancing party here late in round 2. Jones has outlanded him statistically thus far, but it's a good look for the judges when you're advancing and forcing the action.
Oh!
And that first meeting also very competitive through 3 rounds. All right, here we go, 3rd round of a possible 5 for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Cormier, John Jones.
Now, if you're looking at the statistics and the numbers and John is outlanding, you gotta wonder, how does Cormier's corner feel about this? And what is their advice to Daniel?
Right now, we got Jones landing more because he's longer. He's able to touch DC first, and those kicks. DC's not throwing as many kicks as Jones. Those kicks are adding up on the tolls for Jones on the numbers.
It's also the volume of strikes that John's throwing. He's never stopping.
Yep. Well, the kicks set up the punches set up the kicks. It all flows together. DC's got to pressure, walk through the damage in order to get to a clinch or hit more in the clinch, in the pocket. The range is always going to be an issue to get by. Nice, beautiful uppercut left hook. That's been his best combination anytime he commits to the pocket with Jones.
Pull. Cormier continues to press forward here. Jones keeping those eyes low.
Cormier's taking a lot off of his strikes here, just looking for his range.
Well, and you wonder how much he thinks about that first meeting, if at all, in terms of the cardio, specifically in that 4th round, one he had to sort of take off. Mike Winkeljohn, Izzy Martinez, Brandon Gibson.
He's going to try to take us down.
DC can't quite head him off. You see Jones get out there. DC wants to head him off, but Jones knows that. Gets off the fence wisely.
Head strike, slight advantage for Daniel Cormier thus far.
And really, Jones just being highly economical, going to the body on DC with the knees, with the low kicks, and with the body punches. It just makes it, it's taxing. It adds up.
Cormier once again sends Jones retreating.
He's just having a hard time reaching John. Oh, John landed a high kick. He's hurt.
DC was stunned by that head kick. Jones trying to press the issue here. Cormier is down, not out yet.
Cormier's in big, big trouble, and John is all over him.
Here comes Johnny Bones with the ground and pound. Cormier.
That could be it.
Trying to survive.
That's it. He's out. He's out.
John Jones has done it. John Jones is back, and he is the new UFC light heavyweight champion. How about it?
Wow.
A valiant effort from the now former champion Daniel Cormier, but a patient John Jones finds his window and closes the show.
And DC is still down. That was brutal, absolutely brutal.
Perhaps he was allowed to take 1 or 2 strikes too many, Joe.
Yeah, and as emphatic as it gets.
This fight replay, as you see the celebration from the Jones family, is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
And there's the head kick, which started it all off. Perfect placement. DC's in big trouble. John moves in and closes the show.
And that's just those teep kicks and the low kicks adding up. DC thought it was low, and he went high with it.
He tripped him there. John moves in for the kill. Kick to the body. And drops some horrible elbows on him. And DC's just way too hurt here to do anything about it. And he's eating some big bombs. Big John gives him every chance in the world. That's a wrap.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 1 second of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by knockout. And now, and again, the new undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, John Bones Jones.
Few, if any, are expected to be better than the one we're about to witness. Johnson versus Gaethje. Gaethje in the white, Johnson wearing blue, scheduled for 5 rounds.
Excellent combination.
Already rattled Gaethje.
When Gaethje gets hit, man, he wears guys out. The longer this fight goes, the better it is for him. But Michael Johnson should not be in there brawling. Don't get overexcited by knocking him off balance early.
How about the hand speed for Johnson?
Oh, so fast, and it really starts with his feet. Several fights ago, he'd leave his feet often, overreaching with that left hand. Now feet planted, feet quicker. Ooh, beautiful combination from Michael Johnson.
We've seen Gaethje get rattled before, but always comes back. Has a great shin and lands a right hand, and then a knee as well for Gaethje.
Excellent combination for Gaethje. Really does his best work when he can get his hands on you. He punches into the clinch, and he's got beautiful, dirty boxing, and always finishes with leg kicks. He breaks guys down with leg kicks. That's exactly what he told me this week. Look, I want to start at his legs, and I want to beat him down.
Gaethje, constant forward pressure. It's all he knows.
And this was key for Gaethje, right? If he could get Michael Johnson to stand flat-footed, keep him in front of him. This is not what Michael Johnson wanted to do. He wanted Gaethje to have to find him, to be searching for him. Now he's trapped with his back against the fence.
And Gaethje didn't do much trash talking before the fight, but he's jawing at Johnson right now.
And another leg kick, another one landed by Gaethje. This is his style of fight, man, in your face.
Does not want to let Johnson breathe. Nice counter left hand from Johnson. Body shot, a good one from Gaethje.
Now it's interesting, the corner Michael Johnson calling for body shots now too. Gaethje stands up very tall, so the body is there. But man, another chopping leg kick. Michael Johnson's gonna have to address those, either with counters or catch him, look for a takedown, or just stick his knee out there and check it. Cannot allow Gaethje to keep chopping him down. Gaethje has TKO'd a couple of guys with leg kicks in fights.
Oof. Oh, the left hook connected for Gaethje, and Johnson wobbling again. This is not the fight Johnson said he would fight, but right now he's right in the pocket, swinging away.
Johnson's calling him to come forward, but right now this is a Gaethje style of fight.
Johnson's landing his shots as well, but the harder punches certainly for Gaethje.
Well, Gaethje likes to cover up often. He puts his head down and covers up. Johnson's got to transition from straight punches to some more uppercuts and hooks to find the hole. But this kind of pressure wears you out when you're constantly being walked down against the fence. Now Michael Johnson center of the octagon. This is where he needs to stay.
Johnson told us specifically, I will not stand in front of him so he can tee off on me like everyone else. I'm not interested in a war. But that's what we have right now.
It's tough with Gaethje, man. He almost forces this because he's constantly in your face, and you hit him with everything you got, and he still walks forward. Johnson's gonna have to rock him. He's gonna have to severely hurt him or knock him out if he wants to stop this pressure. This is just the only way Gaethje knows how to fight, man. Non-stop.
It's scheduled for 5, but at this pace, we might not even reach 2. Total strikes so far. Look at the output. 45 landed for Gaethje, 34 for Johnson.
Johnson not finding a home for the left hand now. He did early. Gaethje starting to block it as he brings up that right arm.
Oh! He hurt right him! Hand!
He hurt him!
Massive one for Johnson! Gaethje stood up to it, and now he's down! Johnson takes the back!
Really nice adjustment by Johnson. Gaethje continues to cover up, and Johnson now finding the holes in the defense and attacking the body. Beautiful work here from Michael Johnson.
What an opening round between Gaethje and Johnson! Gaethje loves it. What a debut this has been, win or lose.
I'm telling you, these guys didn't like each other before, but they're earning each other's respect right now. And you heard Henry Hoof the Horner Michael Johnson say, go low, then go high. They want to get, as Gaethje covers up, they want to get those elbows going up and down and create more openings. Work the body, then come back upstairs.
Gaethje was honest with his assessment about his skills. He said, listen, the way I fight, it's just a matter of time before I get knocked out in the UFC. Johnson agrees, saying that knockout will happen tonight.
Johnson bouncing on the feet now, not allowing him to walk him down. That's key. He's got to circle, get back to the center of the octagon here, and he does. Nice work there from Michael Johnson. Got caught a little flat-footed in the middle of round one.
Watch the fingers in his face.
Just waiting for something big to happen again because you know it will.
And relentless with these leg kicks, non-stop, and that will limit the movement of Michael Johnson if this fight continues, gets in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round.
And still, even after getting knocked down, Gaethje coming forward. Oh, there's a right hand! Gaethje's still on his feet! He may not know where he is, but he's standing up!
Johnson's got to push away from this clinch and open up. He does not want to stay here. Gaethje's in great shape, and he recovers quickly. He's been hurt before in fights.
Michael, watch the thumb.
And some elbows now for Johnson, who's just picking his spots. Gaethje fighting back with an elbow of his own and a knee.
But he bought himself some time. Michael Johnson needs to keep this fight in space. That's when he's hurting Gaethje.
The fight living up to the hype. And now Johnson working the body a little bit.
With both guys doing some nice body work. Johnson really digging, good hooks, and Gaethje continues with the leg kicks. Gaethje's got to do a better job just getting his hands on Michael Johnson, limit the space, get into dirty boxing scenarios, maybe start using his wrestling look to take him down. Because now, when the fight is in the center of the octagon twice now, Gaethje's been rocked badly. He's got to do everything he can to get this fight into the 3rd round. Johnson's expended a lot of energy. He's got to hope that he starts to tire out, and it limits his power.
Gaethje seems to get clipped every fight he has, but somehow his chin is up to the task.
Well, the guys he's fought before do not hit as hard as Michael Johnson, that's for sure. But the longer this goes, the less likely you're going to see a one-punch KO from Michael Johnson. You can hear Henry Hooft telling him body all night. They want him to keep working that body. Smart work here from Michael Johnson. And in covering up like that for Justin Gaethje, it makes him a target. A target, and Johnson's finding some holes.
Angle! Angle off! Angle off! Let him feel something! Movement! 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 Work that jab! Nice! Nice, Michael! Nice, Mikey!
Oh, Johnson!
Nice uppercut from Gaethje. Caught him flush on the chin, and Johnson's rocked now, and Gaethje's got to walk him down and unload.
Johnson's legs are up there. Uppercut! Right hand! Big uppercut again! And it's Gaethje's moment! Can he close the show? Johnson covering up, stumbling backwards. He's bloodied, he's beaten,
Boy,
but he's not finished.
I like it, chopping the legs down, being smart about this. He's not rushing it, he knows he has him hurt. He knows he's got him tired.
I think Gaethje's tired too.
I don't know why he didn't jump on him there. I mean, both guys going for it here and expending a lot of energy.
It's an instant classic no matter what happens. A leg kick. Johnson's legs are shot.
Boy, bad sign for Johnson. Almost looking like he wants to pull guard. Both guys exhausted.
There's no way this goes 5 rounds. They may both have to tap out because of exhaustion. 20 seconds left in round 2. Can Johnson survive?
That's it.
He cannot. Justin Gaethje with his ultimate highlight. He doesn't even have the energy to celebrate. An unbelievable battle, and he stuck the landing. A fight of the year contender for sure in Las Vegas in July. Unbelievable. Our move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS, covering 99% of the people in the U.S. with a network that's more reliable than ever.
Man, so much heart. Rocked badly twice. Eats a big left hand, and there's Gaethje, rocked bad, but Gaethje, all heart, man. And this is a guy, every fight he goes to war. Every fight he gets tagged, digs deep, finds a way to recover here, ties him up, and then boom, that short uppercut changed everything, and he smelled the finish. And man, this kid just does not stop. He promised everybody he would bring it when he got to this level, and man, did he come through huge against an extremely talented lightweight.
Gaethje said, I think each of us are going to get a huge bonus tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 48 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by TKO, Justin the Highlight Gaethje.
I want you to obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard, but fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Good luck.
It is the first champion versus champion fight to be staged here in Brazil in the UFC. The interim champ, Max Holloway, trying to make it 11 straight wins and leave here the undisputed king of the 45ers against the greatest featherweight in the history of the sport, Jose Aldo Jr. And with that touch of gloves, we are underway. Aldo is wearing the patented black and gold of a champion. Max Holloway is in white.
Now, we were talking about this, Stan. How is Max going to approach this? Conventional, southpaw, we've seen him do both. He's coming out conventional. Let's see how long it takes for Aldo to get the timing on the leg, start beating on it, and see what Max does to recover, or vice versa.
Well, Max has been a very difficult guy to hit in the striking department in his last several fights. One of the areas he has gotten hit, though, is with leg kicks. Ricardo Lamas landed 25 of 28. Jeremy Stevens landed 24 of 26. Cub Swanson 17 of 23. That is one of the major weapons of Jose Aldo. He will need those if he wants to limit that excellent movement of Max Holloway. Chop down the base.
Holloway presses forward, Aldo evades. There was a definite anxiousness here in Brazil when it came to the fans. They want this so badly for their native son, but they understand the challenge in front of him here at Max Holloway.
And Holloway is so good at getting your timing, your rhythm. He's not just a beautiful technician, he's very smart. Sees the openings, exploits them over time, just like he did in his last fight against Anthony Pettis. I mean, Anthony Pettis, an excellent fighter, beautiful striker, and Max Holloway was able to just find openings and put him away.
First fight in Brazil for Max Holloway. A lot of fighters might be intimidated by the setting. If you know Max Holloway, that certainly doesn't apply to him. His self-belief dovetails with his skills, resulting in him becoming one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Right hand is good for Aldo.
Look at the range these guys are fighting at, too. Right within each other's distance. It's a great range, great balance. These guys aren't leaning. It's very nice already. I mean, they haven't thrown a lot.
Excellent left hook as he left the clinch there for Holloway.
You're seeing the style differences, too. Aldo much more set.
Oh! Holloway got
big
stopped.
punches.
Jose Aldo follows up. Some early adversity here for the challenger.
Aldo looks quick off that first movement. His explosion is so well. Max always gets stronger as the fight goes on, so sometimes he takes damage in these early rounds. It gets stronger as he starts getting hit. We'll see what happens.
One of the signatures of this great win streak is how fluent he is with his movement, constantly switching stances, getting in and getting out safely with excellent combinations. He's a little bit standing in front of Jose Aldo right now, lands a nice right hand there, but this isn't the same Max Holloway we've seen his past few fights.
He looks much more fluid against other opponents. You're right, Stan. He's switching more. He's just more loose. He's more relaxed. He looks like he's thinking a little bit much, and he might need to relax as the rounds go on. We'll see as the fight progresses.
Under 2 minutes here to go in round one. Can barely hear inside this capacity arena.
I mean, there's the jab of Jose Aldo, a tool he used against another guy who's a high-output fighter, Frankie Edgar, and time again, that jab stopped Frankie Edgar's combinations dead in their tracks.
And don't forget, that means Aldo's used to the feints, used to the fakes. Edgar uses those very well, footwork, movement, angles. And right now, Max is using none of those, which he usually does.
And he's throwing with less volume. Typically, Max Holloway lands almost at twice the amount of significant strikes in a fight than Jose Aldo does. Volume was a really big factor in this fight, but that early explosion of Jose Aldo seems to have Holloway a little hesitant.
Max is waiting far too much, and Aldo's getting the better of him in this first round in the exchanges because he's waiting. Max has the height, he has the reach. He's not using it very well right now.
What else we're not seeing is Max Holloway using his side and front teeps to the knee to break your rhythm, to break your counter strikes. He does that a lot to other fighters. Did it to Pettis, did it to Swanson, did it to Lamas. Not using any of them so far tonight.
And mostly when you see that out of Max, it's because he's in southpaw position. He throws because it's close to Aldo's lead leg if he's southpaw. He hasn't looked southpaw stance one time, and that's one of his most effective positions.
Now it seems like he's starting to loosen up a little bit.
Spinning attack is good for Holloway towards the end of round one, but a strong start for the champion.
He's just so fast. It's one thing to outstrike other guys, but this man's instincts, his reflexes, he is so quick.
And they both look looser in the second round. I think it's going to be a more effective round for both offensively. They got a rhythm now. They've been hit a little bit. They're warmed up. Perfect liver shot.
No leg kicks so far for Jose Aldo. You know, we haven't seen many in his last 3 fights, but 2 out of those 3 fighters were high-level wrestlers, and he said strategically, I didn't want to throw them because they were waiting to catch them. Here, he did say he wanted to kick Max Holloway more, but hasn't had to so far.
I think Max would do better to start going to the body early. He's having a hard time hitting Aldo in the head. Aldo's countering well, so rip the body. It takes away the counters from Aldo.
I'd like to see Max switch the stances as well. He throws very fluid from southpaw, and that makes it very confusing to defend him because he's so diverse.
Maybe his defense probably isn't as sharp in his southpaw position in his own mind, so he doesn't want to risk it. But
he has to be.
He has to do it, though, because it's what his gift is switching. And that teep kick he uses is so effective to hide his lead step.
Another good combination for Jose Aldo. Now Holloway returns fire.
When Holloway expected the toughest rounds to be early. He believes that Aldo, as we've seen before, will slow down as the fight goes, so... Seemed very calm in his corner, but man, what a weapon it is to have this crowd behind you.
Looks like Max is kind of trying to weather the storm of Aldo for the first 3 and then pick it up as the fight goes on. But right now, he's not challenging Aldo a whole lot with the feints and the offense as much as he usually does, so Aldo can conserve his energy more.
And Holloway came in averaging 13 significant strikes thrown per minute. Well off that pace here early, largely due to the opposition that is the greatest featherweight of all time.
Aldo's defense just stays so tight. His hands are always up where they're supposed to be. I mean, he moves well, he doesn't bend well.
Oh, best combination of the fight there for Holloway. And you know what? What Holloway does so well typically is he attacks you at multiple levels. He doesn't normally just headhunt. So far tonight, we've seen primarily combinations to the head, vice the body, the legs with kicks, punches, elbows, everything. And Max's creativity, his diversity is a big weapon. He's got to get to using that.
As he's getting warmer, though, you're seeing him start to feint. You're seeing him start to relax, and he's moving better now. I think as the fight progresses, you're going to see Max pick it up now. He's waiting a little time for Aldo to loosen up and wait for Aldo to get a little bit tired before he starts upping the offense, I think. And we're starting to see the offense out of Max now.
Aldo made 7 successful title defenses before running into Conor McGregor.
Oh, big right hand from Holloway. Got him with the right. Max is landing more effectively now. He's getting the timing of Aldo.
Well, he used broken timing on his own. He delayed that right hand, and that's why it landed. That was a heavy, heavy shot.
Oh! these gentlemen hit with a lot of power. You can hear it every time it lands on the shoulders.
You saying you don't want to bump up to featherweight, Dom?
Anything. Oh, big right hand landed.
Beautiful counter there for Jose Aldo. He's timing the jab of Holloway now. And Holloway came back with a right high kick because Aldo was slipping to the left of the jab.
Holloway just out of range with the uppercut.
And we're seeing the pace come up on Max. He's stepping it up now. Pouring it on a little bit better on Aldo now.
Prevailing wisdom was that if we hit the championship rounds, that Holloway would be the fresher fighter given his recent history. Less than a minute here to go in round 2.
Oh. That jab of Jose Aldo is absolutely gorgeous.
You see a pretty significant hematoma on the left side of the head of Jose Aldo.
Max starting to open up more now. Landed a nice body kick. Something he does very well, attack the body. Hasn't done it often in this fight, but he should.
You see how Aldo's moving the trunk, but his feet stay stationary. That's where Max would do well to either throw the low kicks or go to the body whenever you see Aldo lean. And feint more.
Wow. I mean, who does that against Jose Aldo? Max Holloway does. Aldo cracks him with the right hand. Now Holloway able to land. For the championship fight. We'll see how Holloway chooses to attack here early round 3.
And that was the biggest difference in these two coming to this fight was the volume. Holloway averages almost 6 significant strikes landed a minute in comparison to Aldo, who's more around 3. Almost twice the output, but the jab of Jose Aldo stops a lot of volume.
And Aldo's counters are among the best in the whole world as well, so you can't just throw with reckless abandonment against him. You gotta feint, you gotta set everything up with 2 moves, or else you get countered by Aldo.
Third round of a possible 5 here to determine the undisputed UFC featherweight champion.
I'm really shocked at the lack of leg kicks by Aldo in this fight so far, because they're at such a close range as well.
And you know, I talked to him a few days ago, and he mentioned he was absolutely going to use that.
That jab of Aldo is being the most effective. Big right hand over the top of the jab of Aldo.
Holloway's starting to dictate the pace here. Pressure Aldo, and he's starting to get into a rhythm. And like I said earlier, once he does, man, it is hard to break it.
In and out, in and out. Max goes in and out and is making it tough. And just listening to his coaches, throwing the numbers, getting more rate up, getting a higher work rate up.
And he did it again there. He made Aldo miss again.
And Holloway is absolutely fine with this type of firefight. Big knee for Jose.
Big left hand by Max.
Tie up here. Holloway punches out.
And this is where confidence plays such a big factor. You come out here, Aldo has a great start to this fight, crowd in your ear, but now Holloway uses that confidence to overcome it, get into a rhythm here in round 3, and so far the best start to a round yet for Max Holloway.
Well, immediately following the main event, we will recap all of tonight's action from Rio on the UFC 212 post-fight show. Oh! Max Holloway knocks down Jose Aldo! The champ in recovery mode here. Holloway has Aldo mounted.
Excellent job by Aldo not to get stuck in the mount, but Holloway's not going to let him off the hook that easy.
Aldo's hurt badly. He's trying to recover, but he still can't get right. You can tell. He's trying to hold on to Max from the bottom right now and survive. He's doing okay. I think he's still in it. Max gets that mount. It's going to be rough. Nice by Aldo to recover. He's still in this. He's still got to get up, though. He's got to get up. Aldo can't stay here and win this fight right here.
Holloway with a big right hand.
Got him. It's over. He's got Aldo hurt so bad. It's looking over, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. You wonder how many more shots here Jose can take. Thought about giving up the back there. Now mounted again.
Such a sturdy mount by Max. It's so hard to get him off the top. You know he's going to go to back mount.
Amazing groundwork here from Max Holloway against an excellent grappler, Jose Aldo. Not under the chin yet, but he may be able to stretch him out. Good transition for Max. He may be able to catch him here and flatten him out.
Oh, Aldo's hurt so bad right now. He's trying to recover.
Oh, huge right hand. Look at the beautiful floating of Max Holloway on top.
Look for the arm triangle here. He's got it. Aldo's giving it. He's giving his arm, but Max just wants to punch and look for the finish with the TKO. It's looking like just staying busy, non-stop.
Oh,
Aldo can't get him off.
The heart of Jose Aldo here on full display.
Oh, it's under the chin. Nope.
Holloway bails on the choke, now pounding away on Jose Aldo.
He gave a thumbs up again.
Oh, Aldo trying to stay in this fight, but the Hawaiian Holloway
still in it.
pouring it on.
Oh.
That'll do it. Max Holloway. Max Holloway is the undisputed UFC featherweight champion. Hawaii, stand up. Max Holloway has come to Rio de Janeiro and finished the greatest featherweight of all time. 11 straight wins for Max Holloway. Hawaii has a champion once again. Astonishment across this arena here in Rio.
Incredible to come down here to Rio and have the start of the fight be the way it was. Aldo protesting that stoppage heavily, but you just can't sit there and continually eat those shots. Big John in his ear letting him know he was exhausted at that point. I don't think it was going to stop.
And a lot of emotion is going to spill over here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. They put so much into this fight, and the king of Rio, Jose Aldo. But tonight belongs to Max Blessed Holloway. He has felt really for 2.5, 3 years that he has been the #1 featherweight in the world, celebrating with his team, his friends, his family. Max Holloway completes the mission tonight.
You can't state how difficult a task it is to do what he did. Not just coming down to Rio and taking on a fighter as brilliant as Jose Aldo, but after rounds 1 and 2, where we really saw Jose Aldo fighting very well, countering him very well, Max came out in round 3 and seemed to have found his timing and his rhythm, and he was outstanding there in round 3 and get the finish.
I like that Max gave away the first round, said, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay, go ahead, Aldo. Go ahead and land. He was planning this the whole time. He knew he would turn up in the 3rd round. Great game plan by Max and his team.
This fight replay is brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. And Dom, it is going to take a special effort to dethrone the new champion, Max Blessed Holloway.
Absolutely. I mean, the way that this guy works after the 1st and 2nd round, he keeps the rate up. He waits for you to punch back. He keeps the range so nice. It was a 1-2 pull, 1-2 basics. You wait for Aldo to counter, and then you fire again, 1-2. He waited for the counter hook, came back with another 1-2. Beautiful finish. Then he goes straight to the mount. Then he takes the back, goes back to the mount throughout this exchange with Aldo, passes the guard, keeps punching. Aldo just couldn't keep up. Max was on him, going back and forth from the back mount to the mount, knee on belly, punching, floating, wearing Aldo out from the bottom until Aldo just couldn't escape anymore. And the referee had to stop it. This was the end of the fight. Right here, Aldo just couldn't get the hooks out from Max. He couldn't get Max off the top of him. He was almost hoping the ref wouldn't stop it and just let Max punch. But you got to protect the fighter here, and Aldo was looking like he couldn't protect himself.
Yeah, McCarthy gave
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 13 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by TKO. And now, the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Max Blessed Holloway.
Yellow trunks, blue hair. Darren Elkins is in the black. And we are underway. Elkins averages 8 takedown attempts per 15 minutes as he eats the right hand there from Bektic.
The speed advantage definitely goes to Bektic when it comes to the striking. So that's what we're going to see here. And when they're in these punching exchanges, the speed of Bektic being used against Elkins.
And he just caught him with another right hand over the top of that left shoulder of Darren Elkins. Darren's got to keep that hand up. There it goes again. He's teeing off on him here. There's a shot. Beautiful takedown. Beautiful timing. And now you see why people are so hyped about this kid. It's the speed, the precision of these movements. He's got so much going for him. And at 26 years of age, he just seems to be better and better every time we see him inside the octagon.
And his top position is his best position, in my opinion. Once he gets these takedowns, he's so powerful on the top with his ground and pound and his control here. I mean, let's see what he can do with a guy like Elkins, because Elkins is hard to hold down and hard to grapple.
He's already moved into side control here, and Elkins is scrambling here and trying to reverse the position. Cut. Bad cut.
Elkins needs an underhook on the right side in order to get up. It was that elbow that landed a Bektic from the side mount position.
A lot of scar tissue around those eyes.
You don't call him the damage for nothing.
So some early adversity here for Darren Elkins, but he has certainly dealt with that in the past and emerged with a win. 3.5 minutes here to go, round one. Jon Anik, Joe Rogan, Dominic Cruz on hand for the FS1 UFC 209 prelims. Pay-per-view follows us 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 in the West.
Look at the right shoulder of Bektic on the chin of Darren Elkins. That's what's really causing Elkins a lot of problems, is the way he's got that third-point pressure. But now you're seeing Bektic go into this crucifix position. Very, very strong on top here. Great base.
Yeah, this is a bad position for Darren Elkins. He's totally trapped now, and he's bucking, but he's not able to do anything to reverse this position.
Yeah, this is locked in right here, Joe. This is not looking good for Elkins right here.
No, because he doesn't really have the power to explode and throw him off. And he's really trapped. He can't really use his arms. His legs aren't helping him. He doesn't have the dexterity to reach over. Now he did a great job there. Did a great job there of using his arm to grab the leg of Bektic and regain half guard. That shows what an experienced veteran Darren Elkins is. Because that was a bad position, and he found the only escape route. And now he is a bloody mess.
Yeah, that blood started to become a factor for Darren the Damage Elkins. Just over 2 minutes to go here in round one.
And Bektic is once again pressing down with his right instep to try to free up his left leg and get out of that half guard position. And in those transitions is where Darren Elkins is going to try to find the movement, try to find the space to explode or to get to a better place. Because as Bektic is pushing down with that instep, he's not in the best place. It's not the most stable base. So he's opening him up with these punches, opening him up with these elbows, but he wants to continue to move to a dominant position. So every time he does that, he presses down with his instep. That's where Elkins has the opportunity to move.
And Bektic here at his relentless best, continuing to apply pressure. And man, is Elkins wearing it now.
Now Elkins has,
that was so nice.
Yeah, he's just doing such a spectacular job of landing shots in these transitions.
The way that he pushed the feet off the hips, the way Bektic pushed the feet of Elkins off his hips and then threw 3 punch combinations from that ground and pound position is not easy to do.
And Darren is a real bloody mess right now as Mirsad Bektic continues to move counterclockwise to try to get out of that half guard position, but he's just doing so much damage while he's doing that. Now he slides out.
In jiu-jitsu, at a certain point, I feel like Elkins is holding himself down, anchoring himself by staying and holding on to that half guard. If he lets go of the half guard and tries to dig an underhook, at least maybe you can create a scramble and not take so much damage from Bektic on the top. But right now, he's literally anchoring himself to the mat by holding on to Bektic's leg and an overhook of Bektic.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Now he's lost the position, but I think this is what he was afraid of, Dom, getting locked into that crucifix once again. And now full guard here for Darren Elkins.
30 seconds for side.
So what a start here in round one for the Bosnian-born Mirsad Bektic. A lot of people don't just see him as a future contender, but a future title challenger, if not champion. And, man.
And this is what I mean, Joe. At what point do you just open your guard, put your feet on the hips, and just create a scramble? Because closing your guard and looking for submissions from here is not getting you a win. you're taking a lot of damage in Elkins.
Very good point.
All right, we will stay here. It can have an effect on you. You're sitting there on the stool. You don't know how bad the cut is.
Then you look at Elkins, look at his hand to see how bad the bleeding is, because you don't want the ref to come in and stop the fight. So at a certain point, Elkins needs to be very hasty to try to make something happen, because you never would know when the doctor could come in and stop it with a cut like that.
But how tough is the local 597 pipe fitter, Darren the Damage Elkins?
Oh, they don't get any tougher. But sometimes a real tough guy like that just can take almost too much damage.
Yeah.
And he just got nailed again and taken down easily.
And I know,
incredible.
Bektic is just too quick. He lands the big shot striking. That gets Elkins stuck with the striking, and then it just gives Bektic the takedown whenever he wants to. That's the key to these takedowns. That you have to get the respect on your feet first, and the takedowns come flawlessly. But if you don't get the respect on your feet, it's easier to defend the takedowns. But Bektic is landing so much with his striking, it's making the takedowns look simple against Elkins, who is very hard to take down.
Yeah, very hard to take down. And this is a big test for Bektic, as we said, and he is passing it so far with straight A's.
Oh, he's dominating this fight with flying colors.
1 minute gone by here, round two. Danny Castillo told me that if Darren Elkins could get out of the first round, they felt like he'd be in a good spot. This probably is not what he had in mind as Bektic continues to apply pressure. Total strikes 85-9 thus far.
Guillotine, and now we have Darren Elkins on top. Let's see what happens now. Can he hold this position? Can he do anything with it?
This is where Elkins has been wanting to be since we started this fight. He created the grappling scenarios to get to a powerful position where he wants to be. And he's beaten so many people here, Joe, in this exact position, and just came back and won after that. He's taken tons of damage.
Yeah, he's just so tough. You can never count him out because of that. Because he's able to just grind on you and wear on you. And when he feels a guy starting to slow down or starting to tire, Darren Elkins comes alive.
And this is where Bektic's habits cause problems for him. He's probably better in the free-flowing movement like this, but he gets sucked into the grappling because that's where he's comfortable. And that gives Elkins a chance where, really striking, I think Bektic has the path of least resistance so far.
You got to worry about that cut, though, over the right eye of Elkins. Oh, good shot there by Bektic. I mean, it is such a nasty cut. You could conceivably see this fight getting stopped, particularly if it gets worse.
Beautiful shot there by...
Bektic not quite getting it. Darren's almost back up to his feet and back up and has his back now, but slipped off, got too high on the back.
Bektic very fluid with his strikes here tonight. Prevailing wisdom is when his striking starts to catch up with the grappling, this is going to be one of the tougher outs at 145 pounds, certainly proving as much tonight.
But look, Elkins again, holding on to him, turning this into his kind of fight.
Yeah.
This is what, and there's a hard elbow by Darren. But now Bektic, he rolls, he's gonna grab a hold of the leg, pushes him off, nope, can't get back up to his feet.
And Elkins will attempt submissions off of his back. Actually, no featherweight UFC history has attempted more submissions in the octagon than Darren Elkins. 17 coming in. Elkins coming up on 3 hours of fight time in the octagon.
Elkins again looking for the guillotine.
He's looking for Anaconda here. He's trying to switch off, but he looks like he's going to lose it because Bektic's getting him over to the side. Now he passes to side mount.
Yeah, he didn't really have the hands clasped together correctly. He was hoping to kind of...
I think he was going to try for a guillotine and then transition, and he just missed it because Bektic felt it.
Half guard here, just over a minute to go, round two.
And there's that third point pressure again, Joe. Look at this shoulder and the neck of Elkins. That makes it impossible for Elkins to get to a hip, and it keeps Elkins flat on his back where Bektic can use his ground and pound and also use the top third point pressure to really keep Elkins pushing through the floor. I mean, that shoulder is so key in this half guard and side mount position, and Bektic does it well.
Yeah, Bektic has tremendous control, and he moves so smoothly into that crucifix position as well. And just so good at holding guys down. One of the interesting things, though, is that as these guys get slipperier, and the blood is going to make him even more slippery. The sweat, the blood, and it could potentially open up scramble possibilities. But look at this. Moves into side control, but again, Darren Elkins gets half guard once again.
Well, I feel like Darren Elkins before he tries to put that right leg into butterfly again and try to get out of the half guard. He needs a right underhook first. Otherwise, Bektic's just going to keep countering the butterfly.
Right, and you would like to see him scramble more. You
Well,
think that that's a better
he's not
move than
winning here is my thing. And at what point are you trying a submission or just getting beat up from the bottom?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Hey, up easy, guys. Last round coming up, guys. Last round.
Tried everything to get him out of there. Here we are, third and final round. Bektic in the center of the octagon in yellow. Darren Elkins in black and white smeared with red.
Yeah, they don't get any tougher. Oh, he kicked him low.
You good? Time. Darren, right over here.
Inadvertent low kick.
Right over here, man. You good? You need time? Okay.
Bektic has 5 minutes with which to recover. We'll take another look.
Let's see that again. The crowd didn't really like that. Let's take a look at that one more time, please.
Good.
Maybe sounded a little worse than it looked.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly grazed it. We heard the cup slap.
Step on the gas, don't step on the gas.
Very classic stance for Mirsad Bektic. Hands up high. Good left hook, right hand there.
I mean, Elkins eats shots that would drop lesser featherweights. Unbelievable chin on Darren Elkins. His last 7 fights in the UFC have gone the distance. Shot here from Bektic. He has taken down all of his UFC opponents at least twice, 3 of 5 tonight.
See, now, as Bektic engages Darren Elkins like this and leaves his neck out there, this gives Darren Elkins a chance to scramble. I mean, this is where Darren Elkins has a chance to win this fight. Something can happen here. Look.
I couldn't agree more, Joe. I think that Bektic's giving Elkins the only shot he has to win by grappling with him.
Yeah, it's really weird because he's lighting him up on the feet. He's so much faster.
But that explains how good he is on his feet, but how comfortable he is actually grappling. That's his first asset. That's where he's comfortable and resting in his own mind.
It's really interesting because he's putting himself into bad positions. Because on the feet, he's just like 2 steps ahead of Darren. And look at this, he goes for the takedown, but look, Darren's stuffing it now, and stuffing it well. I mean, Bektic is forcing himself into Darren's best position.
And this comes down to where your comfort zone is, Joe. I mean, Bektic is clearly winning on the feet, path of least resistance, landing more, barely getting hit at all, and he's going to the grappling because he's comfortable here, whether he's losing or winning or not.
Well, now he's got it. He got the takedown here right in front of us.
And he's continued to get it. And realistically, he's done well from the top 2, so it makes sense to go for the takedown.
He certainly has, but it really has been the only opportunity that Darren has had to be successful.
Agreed.
They've all come from these scrambles. And Bektic again with that great top pressure, good use of the shoulder. But look, Darren's scrambling, and Darren's got the knee. He's got that leg locked up. He's got that heel hook. He's got a heel hook. It's too low. It's too low. He does not have it. He doesn't have it anymore. It's too close to the crotch. He's got to adjust and get deeper. But at least he's on top.
He's got that front headlock too. Elkins really likes his position. He's strong here. And this is what you were talking about, Joe, where Bektic gives him a shot. Now Elkins is in a positive position that he wants to be.
Yeah, and he's doing damage here.
And could Elkins get here if they were staying on the outside striking is the question.
Good point. Or could he get here if he tried to take Bektic down?
I don't know.
Might not be able
Bektic is too quick, I think.
Yeah.
So that's experience, I'd say, on Bektic's part. A little bit of lack of experience on Bektic's part to go into this fight.
And experience in deep water. And that is what Darren Elkins is all about, deep water. This kid breathes underwater.
Couldn't agree more, Joe. Absolutely incredible.
Wow! You want to talk heart.
You guys were all over it. Elkins had a window. Darren Elkins with a stunner tonight in Vegas.
Unbelievable. What a victory for Darren Elkins.
And Elkins, Joe, brought to tears. What a win tonight. The biggest of his career. Let's get to the move of the fight, sponsored by Metro PCS. Switch to Metro PCS and get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30 period.
He catches him with his right hand. He hurts him. He hurts him there bad. Gets him with the kick. Boom! Puts him away. And that's it. Darren Elkins. Look at this, folks. Boom! He catches him there clean. You see the legs go. That kick didn't even land on the face. It looked like it was the punch before that put him away.
And Bektic was tired, and I think that's why he was forcing the grappling transitions. He was tired, and that gave Elkins the exact feel he wanted.
Amazing.
What
Absolutely
a sport.
Amazing.
What do you think will be the best move of the night? Tweet and let us know at #MetroMove. Tune into the FS1 UFC 209 post-fight show after the fights for the winning move. Darren Elkins, 1-0 with the new tattoo. What a win tonight. Joe Rogan will talk to him next, and we'll get to the official decision as we continue live from Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chris Dione has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, Darren the Damage Elkins.
Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje. And with that touch of gloves, we are underway, and Gaethje opens with that patented leg kick, Joe.
Right away, and I knew it. That's going to be a big factor in this fight. Gaethje is very good at landing leg kicks, and Alvarez is not so good at blocking them.
Gaethje with a right hand over the top. Eddie lands an uppercut. Gaethje smiles it off. Oof.
Eddie's immediately suffering the effects of those leg kicks. Gaethje looking for that right hand over the top. There's another leg kick. See how he covers up in the exchanges and lands those shots. And again.
Pretty good 1-2 from Eddie. 8 a counter from Gaethje.
Eddie with a leg kick of his own. And a good right hand over the top by Alvarez.
Pretty good head movement there by the former champion. Well, head out to your neighborhood 7-Eleven and get a UFC-branded Big Gulp for a chance to instantly win prizes.
Good discipline there by Alvarez, not throwing that kick when he was down. Alvarez looks very calm in there, very composed.
He has been there and done that, a pro dating to 2003.
Good jab by Alvarez as well. But these are good exchanges with both men landing.
Alvarez switching up the footwork.
Oh, there it goes. It's already given out. That leg kick was big. And that's going to hamper the movement of Eddie Alvarez. You're already seeing a lot of redness on that left leg, and that last kick made him buckle. That takes away a lot of the punching power of Eddie Alvarez as well.
3 minutes here to go in round 1.
Yeah, he's having a hard time with that leg, and it's given out again. Because when he's throwing punches with his right hand, you're seeing his left leg give out a little bit.
Gaethje feints. 2 supremely conditioned athletes here as well.
Oh, man.
Already some appreciable damage on that lead leg of Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, not just damage in the way you're looking at it, but damaging in the way you're seeing him move. He's struggling with that leg right now. And there it goes again. This time he took him down, but Gaethje right back up.
Gaethje sort of shucks Alvarez off there. Beautiful rip to the body by Alvarez.
And a good left hook by Gaethje.
Straight right lands cleanly for Alvarez. Under 2 minutes here to go, round 1.
Good shots to the body by Alvarez. Gaethje's having some bleeding on his nose.
Yeah.
Good shot to the body again by Alvarez.
It's a pretty significant cut around that left eye, Jim, for Gaethje.
And another good shot to the body. Alvarez doing good work with those body punches. Again, Alvarez goes to the body and a left hook up top.
Alvarez finding his range here early.
Oh, good shots by Gaethje.
Eddie with the Dikembe Mutombo to the crowd. About a minute to go here, round one.
Good shots to the body by Alvarez and a left hook up top.
He's putting it on Gaethje a little bit here late in the first round.
Yeah, I think the body punches were a big part of this turnaround here. Faked the takedown there. Got Gaethje to flinch. Again, ripping those shots to the body. Oh!
Under 30 seconds to go in the round. Some definite early adversity here for the unbeaten Justin Gaethje. Passed his first UFC test against Michael Johnson this summer.
Good head movement by Alvarez. You've seen improvements in his defense here. And there's that leg kick again.
Alvarez with it. All right, here we go, round two. Gaethje in white, Eddie Alvarez in black.
Opened up with a leg kick of his own. Oh, he ate that one. Eddie's moving much better now. He seems to have recovered from those shots.
Ooh, hook follows up the body shot for Alvarez. He's having fun in there.
Yeah, good punches there by Alvarez. He does look very relaxed in there. Not nearly as tense as we've seen him in some fights. There's a good leg kick by Alvarez. And again, going to the body, but this time Gaethje blocked a couple of those. Good jab by Gaethje. Again with that leg kick.
Yeah, Alvarez loads up on the uppercut and pays for it in his lower half.
Good right hand by Eddie Alvarez. We're seeing an Eddie Alvarez that's playing in there. He's having more fun. Ooh, right hand over the top by Gaethje. Caught him at the end of it. Good 1-2.
Alvarez with the
good
uppercut.
left hand by Alvarez. He's being creative in there too. Good uppercuts by Gaethje.
Gaethje just missed on that left hand to close out the combination. Alvarez doubles up on the uppercut. Mark Henry, Ricardo Almeida in the corner of Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie, bump that jab, Eddie. Bump the jab at the end. Bump the jab at the end. Double the three. Bump the jab at the end of the combo. Yeah, bump the jab at the end. Heads up, two. Yeah. Again. Get out. Fly 62. Get out, I said. Pop. There we go, dip. Eddie, fly.
Ray Robinson also in the corner of the Underground King.
Ooh. He's just more creative and loose in there, it seems, but Gaethje's still coming on strong. And those body shots are big. Every time he lands those, it stops Gaethje. There's a beautiful leg kick by Gaethje. Gaethje fires a right hand.
Yeah, crisp right for Gaethje, but he is breathing deeply here midway through round two.
We're seeing a less available to hit Eddie Alvarez.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it.
Just more movement like there. And then a nice knee to the body by Gaethje. He's just more elusive.
And Alvarez has been the busier fighter, albeit slightly. A lot of punches being thrown by both guys.
Nice knee to the body by Alvarez. And moves away from those shots. Look at this. Like perfect head movement by Alvarez. Nice leg, but that was checked.
Alvarez is already thrown.
Big shots to the body by Alvarez.
And those got Gaethje's attention. Right back to it goes Alvarez.
Alvarez is tearing that body up.
Gaethje still content to just hang in that pocket and trade. Oh!
Big left hook. Oh! There's that leg kick. Beautiful chopping leg kick by Gaethje. And again.
Eddie Chance raining down here from the Detroit, Michigan crowd.
Eddie switched legs. He switched stances briefly. That means it's hurting him. Don't think Gaethje didn't notice that.
Right. Knee to the body from Gaethje after 3 uppercuts landed for Alvarez. How about the output from Eddie Alvarez tonight? 250 strikes thrown thus far.
Good uppercut there by Alvarez. Good right hand over the top by Gaethje. There's some significant swelling in the face of Eddie Alvarez. You see it on the right side?
Oh, wow.
And it happened quick.
Unusual place to see swelling, too.
Rips to the body by Alvarez. Well, that swelling is rising, too.
Maybe a slip from Gaethje, and he eats a big knee from Alvarez. 10 from Justin Gaethje. As anticipated as any fight, really, in 2017. And the cut man did immediately try to limit the swelling on that cheek of Eddie Alvarez.
Alvarez is doing a great job of being unpredictable, feinting. There's that front kick, nice inside leg kick by Gaethje. Good jab. And another one. They're both fighters throwing good jabs there.
This entire fight has been contested on the feet.
Oh, he chopped him hard with that one. Chopped him real hard. There's a lot of swelling on that left leg now. It's starting to bubble up. And he ate that one too. He switched stance to southpaw, but as soon as he went back to orthodox, Gaethje attacked that leg again.
And perhaps Alvarez will try to take Justin Gaethje down. Easier said than done.
Again.
Looked like Eddie tried to pull guard there.
He tried to pull guard. That leg is giving out on him. That leg is seriously damaged, and that's why he's fighting southpaw here. Well, his leg is completely wobbled.
You thought it was the biggest factor in the fight. Proving prophetic here. About a minute gone by, round 3.
So Eddie's going to try to recover, and then once he recovers, now he's going back to orthodox, but he's taking a big chance. I don't know how many of those leg kicks he can take, and he eats one.
What an absolute roar as advertised.
Nice knee to the body by Alvarez. Gaethje with the left kick now. Oh, he chopped it again. He does such a good job in the clinch of throwing that kick. And Eddie's leg is chewed up. Oh, again. Check that one.
Wayward spinning attempt from Alvarez.
Look at this. Eddie's got his back. And Eddie dragged him to the ground. Eddie, a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Gaethje slips out as we approach the midpoint of this third and final round. Oh,
another one and another one. Just killing that left leg. Uppercut by Gaethje.
That one got Eddie's attention. Oof. Gaethje just fearless, standing inside that pocket. Oh.
Eddie Alvarez is an animal. I mean, he just keeps eating those leg kicks. A lesser man would have been down a long time ago from those.
Gaethje just continues to eat uppercuts without much issue. Crowd oohing and eyeing with every strike thrown here down the stretch.
Alvarez putting a lot of pressure on Gaethje here.
Gaethje with no interest in taking this fight down. 90 seconds now to go. Crisp left hand from Alvarez, now a shot, nothing doing.
What a fight. This fight is so crazy.
Alvarez a little wobbly after the back-to-back uppercuts.
And who knows how much of it is exhaustion, the left leg giving out.
Yeah.
Oh!
Down goes Gaethje! Gaethje might be out!
That's it!
That is it! The Underground King, Eddie Alvarez!
Unbelievable! Gaethje's trying to get up, and he's out of it.
Gaethje not exactly sure what happened. Eddie Alvarez happened tonight. Incredible.
What a fight. Gaethje does not know what happened. Wow. Just wow.
So Eddie Alvarez, as the underdog tonight, bounces Justin Gaethje from the ranks of the unbeaten. And the Eddie chants throughout this Little Caesars Arena. This fight replay brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Here, Eddie Alvarez grabs him, boom! Perfectly placed knee. And he immediately just lifts his arms because he thought the fight was over. And Herb Dean tries to rescue him, but if you could watch Justin Gaethje trying to get up, I mean, he was gone. Stay with it here and watch as he tries to get up. I mean, he is gone. He's gone.
Wow.
Beautiful stoppage by Eddie Alvarez.
The huge
one more
knee.
time. Boom!
Well, Justin Gaethje asked the question, where is my equal? Eddie Alvarez was certainly that and then some tonight. And what a moment in the corner. Mark Henry, Ricardo Almeida, Ray Robinson. Eddie Alvarez adds to the legend here tonight in a career that really didn't have much left to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by TKO, the Underground King, Eddie Alvarez.
Alex Cowboy Oliveira, the -260 favorite tonight, against Yancy Medeiros, who is at +200. Alex Cowboy Oliveira is in yellow. Yancy Medeiros out of the southpaw stance in black.
And as we said, leading up to this fight, both men really peaking right now. I mean, this is their prime of their athletic career. Nice body kick there by Oliveira. Straight right hand.
Ooh.
Oliveira tagged him, and Yancy fired back with one of his own. Front kick to the body by Oliveira. Extremely aggressive. Yancy's hurt to the body.
Yep. Outstanding start for Cowboy Oliveira through 30 seconds.
Yancy caught him!
Medeiros with a knockdown.
He's going for the chin. Looking for that guillotine. Oliveira's in trouble. He's bleeding badly from his nose, and he's coming straight forward.
Just as advertised, folks.
Nice knee to the body there by Oliveira. He's looking to rebound here. But Yancy's got him framed off here. He switches to the Wizard.
And that is a faucet right now. Blood coming out of the nose of Cowboy Oliveira.
Yeah, Yancy cracked him.
Pretty good recovery, though, by Cowboy. He went right on the offensive shortly after getting knocked down.
He certainly did, but we're not seeing him stand on his own and move around. So we don't, especially right after that. He just did a very smart thing, an experienced veteran thing. Closed the distance and got a hold of him really quick.
You work, I'm gonna separate you. Oh, time!
Is that a low shot?
Time!
Boy, look at his nose.
Over there.
That is a broken nose without a doubt, ladies and gentlemen. That thing is pouring blood.
You got time. You see that, huh? You got time. You ready to go?
Interesting. And he wants to get back in there, I think, because he sees Cowboy still hurt.
Right? Keep up the shots, okay? Keep him out of the cup. Ready? Fight!
Oliveira's nose is mangled, John.
Yeah. You see he's breathing through his mouth.
Oh!
Down goes Medeiros! Back and forth we go.
Nice knee to the body there by Oliveira as well. Oh. This is a crazy fight.
2 minutes off the round 1 clock. Now Medeiros breathing heavy. We got the Hawaiian contingent right behind us.
Good knee to the body there by Oliveira.
Amazing to think Cowboy's a former lightweight. He struggled to make that weight.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Doubling up on the straight right for Cowboy.
Good shots there by Oliveira, but Yancey was moving away from them. Didn't quite have the same impact that earlier shot did. Look to catch him, man, he is bleeding so bad from that nose. When he breathes out, you can see the blood spray. Oh, Yancey caught him. Oh, and he caught Yancey.
Medeiros back to his feet. The question is for how long?
This is chaos, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, big knee.
Big punches by Oliveira. Oh. Big elbow, beautiful elbow. And again, Yancey Medeiros is tough. Man, knee to the body.
So much heart on both sides.
Elbow fired back.
Knowledgeable, appreciative crowd here in Detroit. Enjoying this one.
Left hook landed there by Yancey. Yancey's still there. And there's still time here. 1:20 to go. Right hand by Yancey.
Medeiros retreats. Cowboy lands a 1-2.
That kick to the body by Cowboy is very effective. Right hand by Cowboy.
Lead elbow misses for Oliveira. 1 minute now to go in round one.
Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oliveira still smiling, loves his job. Big deep breath from Cowboy.
Good right hand by Oliveira. Oliveira mixing it up really well.
What a fight!
In trouble. Oh! And Yancey fires back. This is crazy. Beautiful knee to the body there by Oliveira.
Medeiros covers up, still hanging in there, lands the back elbow. One of the most entertaining rounds of the year. Round two next.
Wow. For a full 5 minutes.
Well, they worked hard, our cut man Ted Lucio, on that nose of Cowboy Oliveira between rounds.
Beautiful
just trying
respect.
yes, sir. Trying to manage that bleeding as best they could and telling him to not blow out of that nose, whatever he does.
Cowboy Oliveira has really done a great job of working the body, both with knees and kicks, and even punches. Some of the punches he landed is because he mixed it up to the body as well. And Yancey has been able to hurt Cowboy too, with good straight punches and catching him coming in. Because Cowboy's very aggressive. See that constant front kick to the body? That is a nasty kick. Just shoves the ball of the foot right into the guts.
Right.
Oh, he caught him again.
Yep. Medeiros circles, just misses with the right hand.
Yeah, Medeiros is just looking to capitalize on the aggression of Cowboy Oliveira, move back, and then plant his feet and land counter shots. And Yancey mixes it up to the body.
Medeiros has certainly picked his spots. 67-13 in terms of the total strikes landed. Advantage Cowboy.
Oh. Yancey caught him again and hurt him.
Now Cowboy forced to retreat. Nice head movement there by Medeiros. Thinks Max Holloway's inspired it all watching this backstage.
Oh, for sure. And Yancey's just touching him up here, touching him, looking for that big opening, but not being impatient. Very composed for Yancey Medeiros.
Okay, all right, keep going.
Quick hands for Yancey Medeiros.
Yeah, and you see how he's doing. He's just touching him, touching him, touching him, looking for the big shot. Oliveira lands a big bomb there. Looking for that left hand. Ooh, kicks to the body. The kicks are huge for Oliveira. Over and over again, he's using that front kick, that long front kick.
Just sheer will from Cowboy Oliveira. Medeiros appears to be the fresher fighter.
Man, it's hard to tell. It's like they take breaks.
Right.
Because Oliveira looks tired, and then he'll come back and storm the gates.
And now that nose starting to become a factor again. They managed the blood pretty well after round 1.
Good movement there by Yancy.
Medeiros with a flurry.
Oh, good shots to the body by Yancy. Vicious left hooks. And Oliveira fires back. But Yancy moving his head well. Oliveira a bit more of a stationary target than he was earlier. And there he ducks one.
Cowboy lands again, right hand over the top, less than 2 minutes now in the round. Was wondering when we might see our first takedown attempt.
Good defense there by Yancy. Cowboy's certainly mixing it up more with the kicks. And look at that, wheel kick over the top. And the good kick to the body as well. And another. And another. And those kicks are very effective. Even if it doesn't look like they're hurting him, they're definitely draining his energy. And a good shot to the body there by Oliveira with the right hand.
Non-stop volume from the Brazilian here. Despite fighting with a broken nose, right hand is true.
Yeah, it's such totally different styles. You know, Yancy is being more measured as a counter striker, and Oliveira is just throwing everything in these shots.
See the numbers there on the kicks. Medeiros circles out of harm's way.
Oliveira looking for the takedown once again. Looking for the trip. Beautiful reversal by Yancy.
Huge.
Beautiful. Yancy sliding out in the full mount.
Crowd.
Big shots from the top by Yancy Medeiros. Oh!
Crowd get behind the American here. Another big elbow from Medeiros.
Oh!
Wow. How
huge
tough.
Elbows.
So a strong end to the round for the Hawaiian, Yancy Medeiros. 10 minutes down, 5 to go.
Wow. Awesome respect.
Incredible. All right, here it is, third and final round. Medeiros presses forward. Oh. Cowboy stung him there on the retreat.
And Yancy was going for that high kick here, mixing his attack up a bit. Nice kick to the body there by Yancy. Oh, 1, 2, 3 for Oliveira. Oh, he tagged him again and again, and Yancy fires back. Beautiful takedown for Cowboy.
So a good start to this third round for the Brazilian. Cowboy Oliveira still bleeding tremendously here.
Yancy looking for, oh, beautiful, another excellent takedown for Oliveira.
3 wins by submission for Oliveira, all by
Yancy
rear naked
fell
choke.
back into the rear naked. He fell back into it too. He's got to pass over that right leg. Beautiful job for Yancy Medeiros. Very nicely done. Steps over one knee. Trying to escape the, might be moving in. There he goes. Right into half guard here.
A little shoulder pop for good measure. And now Cowboy back to his feet.
What a fight.
So much heart and toughness on both sides, I can't even relate.
Oliveira just backing up. He's having a hard time seeing. Oh, Oliveira, I think, is in trouble.
Yep.
I think Yancy's going to stop him here. There's something wrong with Oliveira. I don't think he
Down
can see.
goes
That's
Oliveira.
it. Stop the fight. Stop the fight.
Yancy Medeiros by TKO.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Something changed. There was a shot that Yancy Medeiros landed where you could see Cowboy step back, and he couldn't handle it. There was something changed. Could be a broken orbital. Right. Could be just his nose is shattered. He'd taken too much punishment. What a fight. Just what a fight.
That is why this is the greatest sport in the world. Yancy Medeiros getting Hawaii off to a good start tonight. Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS, covering 99% of people in the U.S. with a network that's more reliable than ever.
Now, this was a huge factor right here. As soon as he spun and reversed, got on top of Oliveira. Now here, Yancy finishes the fight. Now before this, Oliveira had backed up and winced. And you can see there, he just collapses. And he's just covering up. But before that, he had winced and just stepped back, almost like the walls were closing in on him and he couldn't take any more punishment. It's gonna be hard to tell. Perhaps I'll have someone translate and we'll find out what exactly happened to him, but he might not even know at this point, because just what a fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bobby Wambacher has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 2 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by TKO, Yancy Medeiros.
Back. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. I want you to fight hard and fight clean. If you want to touch gloves, touch them again. Good luck to both of you.
Michael Bisping punches you when he touches gloves with you.
First significant strike for Bisping. Head out to your neighborhood 7-Eleven and get a UFC-branded Big Gulp for a chance to instantly win prizes. Very few people sitting in this building. You can feel the buzz, the tension in this Madison Square Garden. UFC middleweight championship fight underway. Bisping wearing the black and gold. George St. Pierre in grip. We'll call it white. We'll see how early George St. Pierre chooses to shoot. Most opponents have known what's coming from GSP and they can't stop it.
And it's the striking as well you have to look out for, of course. He's got a beautiful left jab. Outstanding takedown defense. Very good submission ability. And that's something to consider. He's been spending a lot of time with the Danaher Death Squad. So look for leg locks and all kinds of crazy attacks from George that maybe we didn't see in his prior title reign.
I want to say something, but I feel like my heart's in my throat. It's beating so fast because this night's been so crazy, right? It's like I can't get words out. And I love the talk.
Right.
My goodness, watching these two in the octagon right now is just like George St. Pierre is back. And he's fighting my man, Michael.
Oh! And he caught him with the right hand over the
Yep.
top. And he looks smooth. George looks good. He looks relaxed. He looks very big and relaxed.
Bisping has won 5 in a row, seemingly getting better with age in terms of his training.
Mike's got some redness over his eye already, man. That's that jab of George St. Pierre, John.
These guys both have cut and swelled easily in the past in the UFC. 90+ seconds gone by here, round 1.
George is looking for that right hand in a big way.
Fighting more aggressive than he normally does. And Bisping, I think it's the takedown threat that's making him actually back up a little bit. You know, Mike's normally a forward charging fighter. Mike's a guy that likes to push the pace and go forward. Right now he's having to set back a little bit more than he normally would because of the takedown ability of George St. Pierre.
And one of the things that Mike said is that the reason why he feels, oh, beautiful jab by George. The reason why he feels that George wanted to fight him is because they trained together in 2006 and George got the better of him. He took him down at will, and Mike said he was a terrible wrestler back then, but he's much better now. The question is George much better now as he just lands a front leg round kick? So far, George is very composed. His footwork looks excellent.
Now Mike's starting to come forward a little bit. This is going to be his best path to victory. He's going to have to give up a couple takedowns to be able to fight in the way that he's used to fighting.
GSP chants raining down here at MSG. Just over 2 minutes here to go, round 1.
If you ever question the star power of Georges St-Pierre after 4 years away, don't anymore.
Oh, he clipped him with the right hand.
He's just as popular as he's ever been, and he's fighting phenomenal right now.
Oh, beautiful jab. And Bisping fires back with the right hand.
So St-Pierre content to exchange on the feet, and he's been successful thus far. Right hand lands over the top for St-Pierre.
His timing looks very good.
Yep.
I mean, especially considering how long he's been out of the octagon.
Seems fast. The jab's fast, the movement's fast, and because of the size, the new weight that he's put on, he has the ability to actually pressure the bigger guy, Michael Bisping.
We were told St-Pierre really started to put it together over the last final weeks.
The question is, how does he carry all this extra muscle into the championship rounds if it goes that long?
Bisping has gone the 25-minute championship distance 4 times.
Look at that finish there by Georges St-Pierre.
Yep.
High crotch shot. Knee picked the back ankle by reaching all the way across. What a fantastic finish to a high crotch by Georges St-Pierre. High crotch with the right side, takes his left arm, runs it through the middle to knee pick Michael Bisping, but right back up by Michael Bisping. And that's what he's known for. Bisping is very difficult to hold down.
And Bisping able to use the fence to his advantage to get right back up.
This confirmed what Michael Bisping was hesitant about. Superman punch.
That got Bisping's attention. Now a spinning attack. Final seconds of round 1.
And you can have all the success in the world against Michael Bisping early. He does build as the fights go on.
So point out, Freddie Roach cornering a UFC fighter for the first time here tonight. He was omnipresent in Montreal, and that is a huge source of confidence for the returning Georges St-Pierre.
George with a side kick. Mixing it up, mixing up his kicks.
I feel like Bisping's gonna have to take the center of the octagon some. He has to get back to fighting in his style with the pressure that Michael Bisping is so well known for.
Yeah, he's more certainly got to do something different.
He's got to be more active with his hands, more pacing pressure, and really make Georges St-Pierre carry this extra weight that he's brought into the octagon tonight.
I think it's what you said. I think it's the threat of the takedown. It's making him hesitant.
12 UFC title fight wins for Georges St-Pierre. Last finish, though, against BJ Penn, UFC 94, all the way back in 09.
George is so good with that jab. So good at catching him in those little brief openings when Michael's trying to close the distance.
Bisping a little bit confounded by St-Pierre on the feet here early.
There's that side kick, and he's doing it from the back leg, which is very unusual. Stepping in and throwing a side kick to the body. Oh, he clipped him on the chin.
Bisping caught that kick and landed a left hook.
George is really threatening with that. Look at that beautiful combination with the right leg kick, but he's really threatening with that front leg round kick to the face. Michael's got to be careful about that because it comes without a switch. He's doing it Kyokushin karate style. He just lifts up the leg and throws it.
Now he's throwing that jab to the body, hoping to get Mike's hands down some. Oh, right hand by Bisping.
Might have been his most significant strike of the fight.
And he caught George as he was trying that inside leg kick.
Now here comes Bisping. This is the pressure he needs to have.
Bisping just out of range with that uppercut. Parillo didn't want him loading up. That's what he's doing largely, though, here in round 2.
Now, as we're moving into the second round, the question becomes, are we seeing Georges St-Pierre slow down?
He's breathing pretty heavy.
because Michael Bisping can go for days. You fight this guy, you better pack a lunch.
GSP's got a pretty good lather going.
2 minutes left in the round. There's a jab, doubled it up.
George St. Pierre's finishes are something to behold, man. And now he's got Mike down in the center of the octagon, away from the fence that Bisping uses so much to get back to his feet.
Half guard.
Unbelievable timing, and then a great finish on a takedown by George St. Pierre. In a very close round. Big takedown.
Bisping brought in a lot of collegiate wrestlers to help him during this training camp. He said a bunch of animals, but...
Right back up his feet, look at that.
That's big.
It is big. And George just took a big deep breath as well. Oh, right hand over the top by Bisping.
Here comes Bisping. He's picking it up now a little bit. Look at him. He's gaining some confidence, some swagger. Going forward now into George St. Pierre.
And this could very well be where the activity and the cardio of Bisping pays off. Left hand over the top.
Big deep breath from George St. Pierre as Bisping continues to find his range. Less than a minute now to go in round 2. The significant strike picture, slight advantage for St. Pierre. But you're right, Joe, visibly slowing down.
Visibly, and we're only in round 2. This could be terrible for him if he can't rebound, if he doesn't get a second wind.
Because as you said, Bisping does not tire.
He does
Bisping
not.
will fight at this pace for 25 minutes, if not harder, as the fight goes longer.
And he's sensing that George is slowing.
Yep.
And look at that. Right hand and a left high kick right behind it. Good kick to the body, but a good right hand return by Bisping. Bisping most certainly got momentum on his side now.
So things have shifted
here.
Look,
that is terrible. This could be a huge factor, folks. Especially if he gets kicked there.
Third round of a possible 5 here. Michael Bisping, the champ in black and gold. George St. Pierre in white.
Back on that high crotch.
And again, he gets the takedown.
Bisping doing a great job of actually getting his feet on the hips right away. Nope, he can't settle here.
Good elbows on the bottom from Bisping.
But he still can't settle on the bottom. It allows St. Pierre to not only control him, but to rest a little bit.
Right.
He's fighting in the positions that he's very comfortable.
Well, he had to be expectant that the early shot from St. Pierre would be coming in round 3, unable to stop it.
Bisping is trying to set up an armbar. He's trying to hold on to the right arm of George St. Pierre.
He's cut. St. Pierre's cut. Bad.
Those elbows from the bottom can be nasty.
Bisping going right back to it,
He's slicing across the face with those.
Bisping choosing to stay offensive off of his back as opposed to trying to get up, at least for now.
Bisping has a really underrated defensive guard, and you're seeing that here. When George elevates, he puts his feet on the hips. When George is down, he locks him up in closed guard and hits him with elbows. George is not getting anything off. This has been worse for him on top than it has been for Bisping on the bottom.
Bisping is doing a good job of getting damage off.
Yeah,
but there he just took a pretty good elbow from St. Pierre. But you can't be getting control, right? You cannot be on your back with the guy even landing strikes at all.
Right, but he does this trick where he throws a shot and then tries to step over the leg. He's gotten it off in the past on other fighters, but he's not getting it off on Bisping.
Bisping just slid him open really bad there.
Yeah.
Posted off of his forehead and then elbowed him. He just cut him real bad.
Yep, there's one on the nose and now a bigger one on the forehead.
Yeah, this has been way worse for George St. Pierre on top than it has been for Bisping on the bottom.
Now Bisping back to his feet. And he's cut
George
open.
is a bloody mess.
And Bisping fresh as a daisy. Bouncing around as we approach the midpoint of round 3. Right hand lands flush for Bisping.
George is having a real hard time seeing. He keeps wiping his eyes. That blood is flowing into his eyes.
Overhand right by St. Pierre lands there.
Nice right hand for GSP. But more often than not, at least over the last 10 minutes, he's been one and done.
He got 2 minutes into the round, and the elbows of Bisping have split St. Pierre open. Great combination by St. Pierre there.
And I'm wondering if Bisping can kick. There he goes. But with that cup like barely hanging
Bouncing
in his
around,
underwear.
yeah.
I mean, it's moving all over the place.
St. Pierre's really trying to time that right hand coming over the top of the Bisping jab. But he's loading up so bad that he's missing awkwardly.
Under 90 seconds now to go in the round.
Oh!
GSP drops Bisping! Oh, big elbows from St. Pierre!
He hurt him bad. But Bisping's still defending himself. Bisping's defending.
St. Pierre going all out for the finish here.
George is going to empty the tank. He understands that he could be gassing a little.
Bisping
He's on the back.
to give up the back.
It's over. It's over, Joe. It's over, Joe. It's over, Joe. It's over.
George St. Pierre has done it. He is the new UFC middleweight champion. Wow!
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Choked him unconscious. Bisping is still out.
What a fight, what a night, and George St. Pierre is a two-division UFC champion, not without some adversity here tonight. GSP is back and in a lot of ways seemingly better than ever.
Michael's just starting to come to now. Unbelievable.
Bisping not the tapping type. George Rush St. Pierre, folks. Absolutely remarkable. 4 years out of the game, and he comes back, moves up a division, and wins a belt in a second division. This fight replay brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
He really might be better.
The thought is scary.
That's crazy. Let's see it. Let's take a look at it again here. This is where he got cut. He got sliced with an elbow from the bottom. All sorts of adversity because of all that blood flowing into his eyes. And here's the punch. Bam! Perfectly placed left hook. Bisping's in all sorts of trouble, and George swarms on him. Let's see the finish. Let's see the rear naked choke.
Well, Mike was so hurt that he was defending. Then George gave him a little bit of space, which gave Michael the illusion that he can get to his knees and get up. St. Pierre jumps on the back right away and attacks this rear choke. One punch, right arm slides underneath.
Through. I mean, that is perfect.
Michael Bisping won't tap, but GSP puts him to sleep. There's no defense here. His left hand is behind his head.
Yeah.
There's no defense. You are supposed to attack the top hand. The top hand's hidden. That's the rear choke that you learn in jiu-jitsu when you just let your partner get it on you. There's no escape from that. And George St. Pierre, wow, what a performance. I don't know what else
can you say? George St. Pierre chokes Michael Bisping unconscious, his first finish since UFC 94, nearly a decade ago.
Gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 23 seconds of round number 3, declaring the winner by submission due to a rear naked choke, and new undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre.